Okay. Oh yeah, hold on. Technical difficulties.
I'm like, I don't hear music.
Ian.
Technical difficulties, guys.
I'm playing it. Oh boy.
I'm telling you, it's Google Hangout, dude.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody.
Welcome.
This is your sound still not working, Ian? It wasn't working a couple weeks ago.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I wanted this shit to work, man.
I had that crank too. Oh. All right, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your usual idiot, Frank. This is your other idiot, Ian. And today we have a guest. It's my coworker, Floyd, the janitor.
Hey, everybody. That was
Hey,
like
what's up?
10 years ago.
So, Floyd's listened to our show. If anybody was out there, last week he was in the comments, just doing a wall of text, and nobody knew. He's spamming the shit out of the live comments. Ian doesn't know till like 2 days later. Oh, there was some comments on that last video.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys didn't read them.
Oh well, I didn't.
You didn't know they
I
existed,
didn't know where to go for all that shit. Like, I'm not really a streamer, so like I'm not always like kept up on like the chat, and like we don't really have much of an audience, so it's
we're really bad. We don't do anything like we're supposed to.
Huh.
We just like get on here and wonder why the shit doesn't work.
Figure it out as you go.
Yeah, mostly.
I hear that.
Try to have a little fun and offend everybody. Well, we don't try to offend everybody, but
it just happens sometimes.
Yeah, mostly I just try to offend Doug, which, believe it or not, is not hard. So, anyway,
it's not swole, as he would say.
He's soft. So, Ian, you want to tell everyone what you've been up to?
Sure. I've been busy. I was finishing up the monitor mounts for my monitor arms. I was setting them up and everything, clamping them to my glass desk, which is, like, it's pretty hard to do if you don't have some kind of spacers or whatever like I made for my desk. So because usually if you clamp something onto glass, it's not, clamps and glass does not go well together usually, so I had to jerry rig something up.
Yeah, he's gonna come home one day and he's just gonna have a pile of broken glass with a pile of computer. That's a thing on Reddit all the time. I see guys are like, "Fuck glass desks, man! Look at this shit."
That would suck.
And all they do is they come home to that. It's like they weren't like, some of them, I leaned on it and this happened. No, I come in the room after I heard an explosion and I see this shit.
Yeah. I'll do a screen share though. Like I finished setting up my chair and all the monitors and everything. There you go. Yeah, so this was like the first.
To infinity and beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, here we
Okay,
go. I
so-
got it. Hold on. I got to put this on a bigger screen here.
Yeah. So this was what it started off as. Yeah, like in this picture I had finished up all the cable management. I had everything all going to one braid of cables there, as you can see.
Yeah, I suck at cable management.
I just give up. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, this is pretty much the finished things now.
That looks that's a good setup, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's actually still a work in progress. There's still a lot I want to do with it, with like the lighting, because I have LED strips going up along the ceiling and everything, and I still have to like work with the like the wiring and stuff for that. So, and there's like a lot of things that I got a 3D printer now, so like there's a lot of things I want to 3D print, like headphone mounts, like stands and everything like that,
The vagina.
Yeah. Are those like sound absorbent material behind
Yeah.
you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like $100 and just foam.
Oh, I'm like, it's either he likes to play checkers on his wall or it's sound material.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like I took different angles a little bit so you could kind of see.
Was that chair hard to put together?
Yeah, it kind of was, because it was like the armrests were separate, the back seat was separate, the seat was separate, the column and the wheels and the like the star or whatever you call it. So like the box was pretty flat, so like it couldn't just come in two easy pieces like most normal chairs are,
Right.
What brand is that? Just curious.
Oh, it's called a Hummel. I think it was like 130.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like the DX Racer is like really expensive. That's a pretty nice
like
little
$500.
That's what it reminded me of. I was about to just bring that up, man. Them things are nice though, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, but those things like don't have really any lumbar support. They just got a pillow.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, well, that's like this back pillow, and this is like a lumbar pillow here, I guess.
I mean, for that price though, you can't. That's a pretty nice chair actually.
Yeah, I've seen other ones that were a little bit more expensive where I actually like the look of this one better. But
I paid like $200 for mine, and the only thing that hurts is my ass. I got a better, like my wife gave me a pillow that works out okay, but I need a better one.
Yeah. But yeah, you see this black base here? This is this is what it clamps down to. This is what I made with like a Dremel, and I clear coated and everything to give it like a glass kind of finish on it. So it's better that it's clamped onto this thing instead of just the glass, And I really tightened it down on there, so hopefully it stays, But it's nice that it's like I can move the monitor up and down. I can rotate it and everything. Now it's having monitor arms is like way better.
Yeah.
And it's straight to the glass and not the frame, right? Like.
Well, it's in between the glass and the frame, so like the glass won't warp at all because it's like right on the frame, so it's almost like it's attached to the frame in a way.
Yeah, and then sorry, that's not plastic. That's that black piece is like just like shares some of the load, so it evens it out, right? Basically,
yeah, right. It's basically like it's a spacer, pretty much, and
Now,
that's what I did for these two here.
now, but and do you want to tell them the sad news you told me?
Oh yeah, this monitor here. This is my drawing monitor here, and
Yeah,
it came with
it's
a pen. It
yeah,
will turn on now.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a $600+ monitor.
Wow.
Yeah. I bought it on eBay. It was brand new. It wasn't like used or anything. So the manufacturer should have a warranty. I contacted them. They were like, "Oh, it was like an automatic response thing. Where we're like, sorry, we're out for the weekend. We'll get back to you on Monday when we feel like it."
Oh,
That sucks.
I was
yeah.
like, "You motherfucker."
Is that like the one you wanted, Frank?
Kinda. That's a Huion, so that's the higher and the upper echelon, as they say.
Got you.
Well,
I
of the competition from the Cintiqs, at least, you know.
Yeah, Cintiq, even a little 13-inch screen is like what, $1,000.
Yeah.
See, I don't know
So
much about these. I mean, all I could draw is stick figures, and I can't even do that good. So
I can draw, but that's the reason I want to get it is because you got that cheat where you're actually drawing right on the thing you're drawing. Like I have ones that are like a mouse pad that you draw on, but I can't. There's too much of a disconnect from my hand. So
yeah, this is the pen for it. It was
okay.
hard to see behind the chair, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I see it.
And yes, this is actually this is the 4x3 monitor, Frank. This is just here temporarily, just to make the setup kind of look better.
Hey, dog, I ain't hating. The only reason mine's not hooked up to nothing is because I'm out of ports on my fucking graphics card.
Right. Well, I have a 23-inch that I wanted to put there, but that doesn't have any vest mounts, so I got to find a way to jerry rig that. And I don't think doing the Barnacles hot glue is gonna cut it with that shit.
Jerry rigged.
Floyd, do you watch that shit, that Barnacles?
No, I have seen a couple of his videos, but not regularly.
Okay.
That's Ian's dude because he 3D prints and does crazy shit.
Well, I go to for the real 3D printing shit. I go to other people. I don't go there just to watch them print out Pokeballs or whatever, you know.
Yeah, he does those videos just for like, here's some attention.
Yeah.
He shows here's how you get an animated wallpaper. Yeah, it's a fucking app. You don't need to make a whole video on it.
Ain't Linus your dude, Frank?
No.
Who you like the most?
He likes Logan.
I did, but Logan's kind of like a sellout now. Like he farms all the work to those like dudes that work for him. And
Yeah.
I don't know, dog. I kind of watch a lot of those like nobodies who aren't that big yet. Like the one guy I've been watching a lot of, he's kind of getting a big head now because he's got like 100,000 followers and shit. And I'm like, yeah, you might have to go.
Yeah.
Like Unbox Therapy, he's got a fucking warehouse. Like he's unboxing trucks every day.
All right, I watch him sometimes.
Yeah.
I envy his life.
Man, I tell you what though, like I would quit my job and move to Canada.
Right?
Just to be that dude that holds the camera like while he's talking and he goes, "Hey Willie, you know, right?" And Willie goes, "Yeah, so." And then walks on and sits down and he's like, "You got something to say?" "No." That'd be me. I could do that.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's like kind of depressing to watch some of the like the Linus and stuff because it's like that shit is like something you could never get, you know.
Yeah. Well, Linus has been doing it for years. He just happens to look like he's 13.
Yeah.
Logan started out on Tiger Direct just like Linus was NCIX, and boy, it's kind of embarrassing watching those old videos on YouTube. You look those up sometime for Tiger Direct. He's like, look at this video card. He's got that fake positive energy, and he's wearing a polo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still watch what's their name? Paul, and what's the other guy's name that he's usually with?
Paul's Hardware and Bitwit.
Yeah.
I mean, Bitwit more because he's funny, but like even he's got a studio now, so Paul's always done everything in his own garage. I like started watching that. I thought he like had a set and people built it for him. No, he did a video series where he just put the shit together himself. I was like, well, goddamn. Never mind, he deserves everything he fucking gets.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank, I've got this other microphone hooked up for when Nate comes on the show when he's sitting on the couch there, and I have my wireless headphones.
Are you gonna have a girl on the Sibian, like Stern? Sorry, boss.
Man, he doesn't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, he's only
Like,
on like
grew
what,
out of
twice
it.
a week.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all my networking stuff. I like to get like a bunch of NAS put on this rack here. I made like a custom server rack here, and I have a couple older XP machines that I put in like server cases and stuff that I want to upgrade.
Oh no, just don't get a bunch of Pentium Ds.
Pentium D's nuts.
I want to get a Plex server going eventually.
Yeah.
Do you get into all that same shit that Frank does, like the tweaking of all the, just like your, like your tags and all that stuff in the video?
Nah, he just watches shit.
Yeah, I just watch it. Watch stuff.
He's not a tweaker-rooney like me. I'm retarded.
Well, it's like you were like, what were you adjusting the thumbnail just for some bookmarks or something? You said,
Yeah, I spent an entire weekend just organizing my music database so everything had the right covers, and then I also changed all my books so they had all the right covers. And I have apps on my phone, so if I have an MP3 that doesn't have the right album art, I can change it.
Yeah.
So I'm little too crazy.
OCD about it.
And I said
OCD.
I have apps on my phone. Multiple. I have a folder with apps. Okay, I need to change the art. Okay, now I need to also change the tag so that this. Okay. So yeah, I waste a lot of time doing shit that only matters to me.
right.
When I die, no one's gonna care about any of that shit. They're gonna throw that thing in the trash,
Oh, come on,
where
man.
it should belong. A lot of the shit I do isn't important. I found a box the other day when my wife and I moved in together of shit that was mine that I said, this is important. I'm going to take it. And I put it in the fucking closet and I forgot about it. And 8 years later, I open up and go, God damn, I had this shit. This was mine. I don't even remember what this is now. Like I have
everybody could use some prawn, Frank.
No, not that. No. That was
Yeah,
all
right.
streaming even back then. No, plus I had dial-up. No. I have like I used to have an ashtray collection. I don't even smoke. Because I'm all into the 50s, and there were some cool ashtrays back in the 50s. I've got one that is huge and has a coaster, like a drink holder, built into it, like a piece of fucking furniture.
Hey, you wish you was in the 50s, dude.
No, I don't.
Why?
Yeah, you
No
wear
internet.
the duck butter and all that shit too, man.
I look like it. I like the looks.
I heard stories about you coming in on your job interview with your hair slicked back with that grease, motor oil, whatever you use.
Motor oil.
Yeah, that's how our dude at work talks about me. He acts like I'm not the exact same now. You look like fucking Bowser from Shauna and shit. Joni loves Chachi.
Is that what Frank used to color his hair when he gets older? Is dark motor oil?
Yep.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, by the way, since that reminded me, what you drinking on, everybody?
Monster.
God, theme song. Play the theme song again.
I don't give a fuck.
I was looking for it before you mentioned it, actually.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian. And Floyd. So you're drinking that Monster, huh?
Yeah, I switched to 0.
You know,
sugar
everybody's
free.
doing that now. They're like, I gotta give up the. Is it sugar free?
Yeah, zero sugar. It's actually pretty good. It's the what is it? The white one. It's real good.
My ex used to like sugar free Rockstar. I think it has so gross.
Yeah, with me getting older, I'm trying to be a little healthier.
Right. My wife loves Diet Coke. I can't like Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi is aight, but that's about the only diet drink I really have.
So Floyd's all about the white monster.
He is the white monster.
I am the white one.
Whoa. What's Ian got?
Well, nothing too exciting. I mean, I have my usual pineapple Fanta, and then they started getting these at Mark's, and the bottles is the mellow yellow, which this is actually the first. I mean, I think I've had it before, but like I've never really remembered what the taste was like. So I taste. I mean, I guess it's pretty much like a Mountain Dew, isn't it?
Yeah, a little.
Citrusy.
Yeah.
A little citrus, like a Mountain Lightning.
Yeah. Dr. Thunder.
Well, I missed that. You guys remember that vault from Coke? That was from Coke too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been looking for
that was more of like a competition for Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I liked it. It kind of like apparently was like Surge too. I had what was that one, the Jolt Cola that came back supposedly, but I can't find it anywhere. It's like twice the caffeine. I almost went out today and bought some more Balls Cherry.
Oh, nice.
They had Balls Cherry, regular Balls, and then Balls Ginger at my local Kroger. I like the balls.
Frank likes the balls with his white monster.
Right. But yeah, I almost bought some, but I said nah. I was lazy. I already drank a Mountain Dew with my dinner, and I'm killing a Game Fuel, the whatever the hell the orange one is, I guess, citrus, and then I have a Surge for when this is out, because I gotta wake up.
Can you handle all that caffeine, buddy?
I can, but my heart won't.
Well, it's like, can you handle all those balls?
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth. Actually, you know what I usually do? I like game for a couple hours after the show, and then I take a nap, or I just go to bed with my heart going. And then I wake up in the morning and I feel like shit.
Yeah, Frank's either passed out or he's like tweaker-rooney all night with something.
Right. Well, like if the show's over, I'll go to bed at like 2, and I get up at 6.
Yeah.
Well, because I have to get up to feed the dog and give her a shot, and I'm just.
You gotta give your dog a shot like every night.
Twice a day.
Oh, damn.
She's diabetic. It's
What?
insulin. Yeah, she's diabetic. She's on insulin.
I would put my dog down.
You're a horrible person. That's
Old Yeller style too. At that.
Anyway.
Kidding, I would.
Right. It's okay. But anyway.
It does kind of suck though that it's like you get so attached to something that's isn't gonna last very long.
I mean, yeah, but you guys still ain't giving up on women.
Oh, is Floyd? He plays the field too, huh?
Nah, he's married.
I'm married. I've been with my girl for 10 years. We got together young. Have 2 kids.
Yeah.
She'd kill me if I was out there looking.
Right.
Well, I'm sure I see Frank staying the same way the rest of his life, So
I'm married. I'm with the one, and
Frank's too comfortable. He ain't.
Yeah.
That.
Oh no, I know better is what it is. She told me, just that's it. You cheat. That's it. And I'm like, oh, I know better.
So Ian, you playing the field, buddy?
Kind of. I mean, I'm on dating sites and stuff. I talked to a couple
J8.
it's
Plenty
it
of
could be
fish.
going better, you know. Yeah, plenty of fish.
Hotornot.com.
Hotter.
I knew somebody who actually met their husband on Hot or Not.
Ain't that like super old?
Yes.
Oh,
And here's the bad part. She said, "Oh, when I saw that cowboy hat, I knew I was in love." Anyway,
Yeah, I have accounts on OkCupid and Tinder, and it's like Tinder. I don't
Grindr.
know. It's
yeah, I was on Christian. What is it, Christian Mingle or whatever,
seriously?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say we're looking for freaks,
Yeah, that's where they're at, man.
right? To keep it on the DL.
Yeah.
you need to get on that the threesome site, Thrinder.
What?
Yes, that would. For real, I probably will have to.
Well, all right. Well, would you like to get into some battle stations, Ian?
Oh no, not yet, because we haven't found out what you two are up to. You know, the show ain't all about me here.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh dang, we're still on that.
Well, okay, let's go with the guest tonight, since he might dip out like all the other guests do.
And by the way, Floyd, are you? What did you say that you're on? Are you on a tablet or something? You
I'm
said
on my phone.
Okay. Does the phone have a camera or something?
It does, yeah.
I don't want you to see me.
Yeah, you can't see. Nah.
He's shy. He's like Nate.
Yeah.
Nate, I've known Nate for what, years now at this point. I have no fucking idea what he looks like.
Well, I'm gonna tell him he's gonna have to put up with this angle because there's not much I can do with it. All the the wires are cable managed, and the webcam is attached to the cable.
He like went to the bathroom one time and realized the camera was pointed at him, so he like jumped down and ducked behind Ian.
Yeah,
so, like,
he was like, "Can you blur me out?" I'm like, "No, man."
Blur him out.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go into the video and then like edit it and then like re-upload.
He's some kid that Michael Jackson touched.
Oh wow! I ain't commenting on that.
Okay, so what's Floyd been up to?
Oh, not much. Just working and trying to finish my roof. That's about it.
Oh,
I haven't been doing much gaming lately.
That's right. I forgot. Floyd's been redoing the roof of it. He bought a house. What was that? 2 years ago now?
Correct. Yeah.
That was just a guess. Lucky me.
I know. Good job.
Yeah, he bought a house, and it's been a fixer upper for him. So he's learning the joys of home ownership. Homeowner.
Yay.
So he redid the roof, and now he's got to redo the garage roof.
Right. The main house is done. It's just basically the garage, which ain't that big, but yeah, just pay full price to get it done because it's, the work is crazy.
He told me he was doing it. I said, well, that's manlier than me. I wouldn't fucking do it, because if I had to get on that ladder, I'd get halfway and you'd see me pissing myself.
Yeah, I had to carry 30 bundles of shingles up. So
yeah, no, I'd carry half the 30, and I'd be like, he got like 4 steps up and he passed out. What happened?
But
I don't know. He hit his head on the ground.
I think you were like just on a chair, and you're like,
no. I was on the ladder here, but I was next to this bed, changing out the track lights up there.
Did you pee your pants?
I was shaking and shit because they're so high up. I was on the top, like it was a regular fold out ladder, and I was on the top where it's like, this is not a step. I was standing on that, reaching up, and I could barely fucking reach it.
Yeah.
And
like, whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I mean, we've used that ladder outside to like saw branches off trees and shit. So it's a pretty decent sized ladder, but no. I'm all shaking, and my wife's like, if you fall, you can land on the bed. I go, nah.
Yeah, like when I was first on, like, because when you're using the ladder to get on the roof, you kind of have to go on the side. So getting on and off the ladder is the scary part at first until you do it like 1,000 times.
I held the ladder for my father-in-law when he climbed on our roof, and he dropped a fucking trowel down or whatever it was, and it hit me in the head. Like I'm sitting there holding the ladder and I'm looking down so I don't look up and get dizzy. So I'm looking down and he drops this fucking trowel and and all of a sudden blood starts running down my face. And they're like, "What happened?" It's like a spatula looking thing, like a palette knife. My phone was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry." But
yeah, I
like,
hate that. Like if you ever get hit on the head like real hard and it feels like cold or numb or whatever, and you think it's starting to bleed because it feels like there's like a liquid or something, you know?
oh, I knew I was bleeding because it got my eyes, and I was like, "What's this red shit?" Oh, that's blood. But
That's crazy.
yeah, but it didn't bleed that long. It just, I was like, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "It's okay. You were on the roof. I wasn't. Thank you." So I was not on the roof. Floyd's a big gamer, as you can tell by his avatar. Is the guy from PUBG? If it shows up for anybody else,
It should.
I'm not actually even seeing anything on his. Like when I click on his, I just
Oh, for real?
it
see
shows
gray.
up.
I don't even see the icon.
It shows up for me. It's the dude with the helmet on with the
Yeah, PUBG.
yeah.
Well, I see his little icon on there, but like like when you click on the screen, if it's just like his icon with, and whenever he talks, he has like the circle going out or whatever.
Right.
But
Well, if you wasn't such a vagina and had a camera,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
So you're raising the roof, huh?
Yeah.
Roof's on fire.
He wants to hurry up and get it done so he can get back to his Xbox.
Correct. I haven't been able to game for the last couple weeks, man.
And
Well,
he's had
here and there, but not as much as I would like.
Now tell the guys how many hours a week do you put into your video games?
It depends. Like, I don't know. I'll take a break sometimes. Like, I'll play it like hard, like maybe like 10 hours. Like, on the weekends, I could put in 10, 12 hours. But I don't know. And then I'll take like a month break and then hit it hard again.
Are you one of those types of people where you're like, I gotta, like, if you're playing like a single player game, you're like, well, I have to beat this game totally before I move on to anything else or even play anything else, because that's kind of how I am.
I do get like that. It depends. Like, it depends how much I'm into it. Like, single player games I like Hellblade. I just beat that. That was a great game.
He suffers from hype because
I do.
He was like, man, Destiny, son, Destiny, and he got it, and like, what, 2 weeks later, he's like, well,
yeah, like.
But then he's like, Destiny 2, dog, Destiny 2.
But I'm more of a multiplayer guy than single player.
Are you like me waiting for that Crackdown 3 to come out, because that's an exclusive?
Yeah, I got Game Pass. I'm ready for it because all Microsoft first-party exclusives come to Game Pass day and date. So
it got delayed again, though, I heard, and it's like it keeps getting delayed
to 2019. Yeah, so hopefully it comes out. This is like the second or third time.
Did you see everybody was like, was it that one game, something 77? What's it called?
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077.
That's it, Cyberpunk 77. They're like, oh, it's gonna be great, and they're like, actually, it's still a few years off. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be first person though, and they did a preview, like a 15-minute preview for all the journalists at E3.
Yeah, because they did a trailer like 5 years ago, and everyone's like, yeah, and they're like, you can't get it for like 9 years. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, but from what they said, like, dude, it's like it'll be the best game.
Detroit looks like a really good game. Did you see that?
Yeah, I have a PlayStation Pro as well, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like, I heard it's more of like a simulator type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I'd be into it, honestly.
Mm. Gotcha. Yeah, I talked him into getting the new Fallout.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that. Hey,
he pre-ordered it. We're gonna be on the beta.
I get to play the beta before Frank.
Man, that's okay. He go, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I get on there, and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
He had Fallout 4 because it came with his Xbox, and he's like, eh.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm playing some Fallout 4 tonight after I get off the show because I build a new character and I need to level her ass up, and I'm not doing any good.
By the way, Floyd, what do you think about this? Is for just hooked up for my computer. This 360 controller. You like the
yeah.
skin on this
Yeah,
red chrome? It's
definitely.
it's
It
kind
looks nice.
it's yeah. My whole theme kind of is like red and like black or gray. Going from that's kind of like what I trying to go for.
He's got like Iron Man, Superman, all that kind of thing going on.
Why don't you
Yeah.
go on Microsoft website and get you a you could build a custom Xbox One controller because honestly,
Oh, really?
Xbox One controllers are way better than 360 just to feel.
I had a 360 controller hooked up to this thing, but I took it downstairs to use on my Steam Link. I'm thinking about getting an Xbox One controller for up here.
Yeah, they're good, man. Like they're the best controllers. I know, like that's my fanboy. Nah, they're really the best controllers.
I mean, yeah, I
have both.
PlayStations.
I can't do it because the thumbsticks are too close together. I don't like.
Oh,
Well, I will say most like when it comes to controllers on the PC side, most of them are optimized for the
Xbox.
like the Xbox and
Well,
like any remapping software.
Microsoft. I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
But-
I guess that would be obvious.
you can build your own custom controllers, like the collars, all that, dude. Like,
are you into like the scuff controllers, Floyd?
no, I do have an Elite controller,
Oh, that's right. How much was that?
150.
I remember you were like, dude, I got this controller coming in. It's fucking expensive. Like, what?
Yeah, but dude, like, I
I'm-
love it. The weight alone just feels so good.
I can't complain. I spent $400 on a headphone amp. So
Yeah. Like I kind of can't believe that you bought that because it's like you don't listen to a whole lot of music on there, do you? It's like you mostly play games and like
well,
I would think if you're listening to like high fidelity music, that's where you would really notice the difference.
I mean,
right?
that's the one thing about it is you want to re-listen to music and you find it strips away everything and you hear how bad your recordings are, because I found a recording I ripped from a YouTube video. You remember when Metallica did Whiskey in the Jar?
Yeah.
The video was on YouTube back when YouTube was like still like 140p or something like that, like horrible potato quality video. And I found a rip I did when like the first time I found an app to rip audio. I said, "Oh, cool." And I listened to it and it sounded as bad as the video was. And I'm like, God damn, that's what I've been listening to. So, I mean, I have a CD collection. I can rip my own shit and all that. I mean, I'm not big into vinyl because I'm afraid I'm going to fuck it up, because I have one record that I used to listen to when I got a record player and I fucked it up. So I'm paranoid.
Vinyls are coming back, man.
Yes. I mean, to an extent, they never went away, but they're becoming more popular now. In the hip hop community,
People buy
they've been
those
big.
Audio Technica
It's just that
ones
sound.
or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny though, because it's an analog format, but if you think about it, nothing is really, only like crazy people record in analog now, so it's digital that they convert to analog because people like fucking analog, but it's all digital. So, but yeah, I mean, I gaming in these is good because these are open back headphones, so it makes it seem wider. Like, it's not like I have the sound right by my head, it's the whole room. And if like my phone's in here and my phone's going off, I can hear it. The only thing that's tricky though is I had a YouTube video up and I was watching it and I was like, man, that sounds like it's, and I realized that the speaker was actually, it was coming from the TV. It wasn't coming through these at all.
Do those have Dolby Atmos support?
Do what?
Do those headphones have Dolby Atmos support?
Don't know.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
That's-
I have it, the app on Xbox. I just got to get some better headphones.
These are Sennheiser HD 650s.
Well, I think when Frank decides to get some studio monitors, that's when he's going to fully be able to utilize his amp, probably, because
Yeah, it's got
studio
an
monitors
XLR.
are always going to be better than headphones.
Right, it's got XLR outputs. I mean, well, my headphones have an XLR output too, so it's balanced. So I I don't have a lot of space right now. B, I want to save up and get a better graphics card. And C, this TV makes sound. So if I don't have headphones on, I can flip over to the TV and I'm aight.
I just love how I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and I have more space for my stuff than Frank does.
Yeah, because, he's like, well, you used to always grab your guitar and play on the show. What happened? I said I moved to a different desk. Oh, yeah.
Nah,
That desk is still there.
His wife locks him in that room, like, don't come out.
A
Nah,
little corner.
I lock myself in it because I make noise and shit in here. And like it's not that bad. Like we got an AC in here now, so you really can't hear anything over it.
Well, that's cool.
Because we have a window unit in the other room, and in this room, even though there's central air, hot air rises, so it's hot as hell up here. And it's gonna get hot this weekend, guys.
Yes.
Enjoy that roof, Floyd.
Oh my god, don't remind me.
God, you're gonna be up there, you fucking nut.
I almost passed out last time. It was like 94 degrees.
You madman. They said the heat index is gonna be 105.
It looks like I'm gonna be up there naked.
Oh, thank God I don't live by you.
I'm just kidding. Ian's like, shut the fuck up.
Well, I was out. I was telling Frank on the past shows, like I was out just taking photographs for a few hours, and I got sunburned pretty bad just from doing that.
I get sunburned under an umbrella, guys.
Yeah, I got blisters on my fucking shoulders.
I am fair skinned. I have two colors: my Native American red and my pasty white Irish.
That's like my wife. She's pasty white. I'm like, God, you need a tan. Fuck. Oh, hell,
well, so Floyd, since you're in all the Xbox stuff, did you like some of the stuff that we've talked about with the Xbox? Like, what was that thing you were saying, Frank? With I guess they're doing G-Sync or something now on the Xbox.
FreeSync.
Oh, FreeSync.
Yeah, because well, they got Xbox is the AMD, right?
Yes, correct.
I mean, I'm considering getting a 1080 just because it's baller. And I got a 4K monitor TV, whatever. That I lost my FreeSync. I still got it on these two screens if I really, really needed it. But this one's 4K. So it depends. Supposedly, there might be some articles coming later that the 1180 might be coming out. So prices might go down a little bit, hopefully.
I would say after when the crash happens, I think it's going on.
Well, see, the crash didn't affect NVIDIA cards as much because people were buying the AMDs because they were cheaper and they would hash better.
Well, no, I was saying with that alongside with the new AMD, or not AMD, but NVIDIA graphic cards coming out, like with it,
right,
they should drop it down.
I hope.
That's the idea.
Well, pretty much, like when I get paid next, I should have like about 700, maybe 800 if I use some ramen noodles.
Hey, I had ramen yesterday.
Frank and his damn ramen.
Fucking weeb.
Well, that would pretty much be able to buy a 1080 Ti, but like I would probably, I gotta get that camera.
Yeah,
the
ADD.
Yeah.
He's got that ADD.
Yeah.
That's like me. Buys a 1080 Ti, plays visual novels. Okay, so
are you gonna go with the Asus then?
Who, me?
Yeah, if you go, isn't that like the best for the NVIDIA line?
I'm thinking about doing the what the hell is it called? The not the Frontier version, the Founders Edition, because my next case I want to have a window, and the Founders Edition is the nice fancy. Oh, that's a NVIDIA card. You can tell by looking at it. So,
Yeah, you might as well put a window on there because it's a little bit better quality than just stuffing some kind of like old server stuff in there, you know, like dud.
Right. Here's an old Pentium that someone was throwing away.
Yeah, you don't want to look at that shit then.
No, I want to get Threadripper. Supposedly, I have articles that leaks about the pricing for the 32 core chip. That'll be my next upgrade. I just need to get on the platform.
I was gonna be like 2,000.
No, it's cheaper than Intel. Intel's 28. Was it 28 core or 22 core that they came out with? Is more expensive than the 32 core supposedly. So there's no official price yet. It's all rumored. So,
well, speaking of rumors, Floyd, what's the new Xbox supposed to be called, and how many teraflops is that supposed to have?
Well, the Xbox One X is 6.6 teraflops, but all right, the new consoles, Xbox consoles, code name is Scarlet. So
yeah, that's right.
Right. So I believe it's going to be more than one. So kind of like how the Xbox One, Xbox One S, and Xbox One X. But they also hinted at a streaming device. So I don't know how that's going to operate or work, but I think that sounds pretty interesting.
Here's a question: have you tried the Kodi on there yet? Because that was one thing a lot of people were happy about.
I have Kodi on Xbox. It's all right. I like it.
Is it like locked down in any way, or is it once you get installed, it's pretty much the same as any other thing like Android? You can install anything on it.
Yeah, I haven't messed with it honestly that much. I just watched a couple, but with me doing Plex now, which is on Xbox as well, like I think that's superior. That's just my opinion. I know there's Kodi fanboys out there and Plex fanboys, so. But in my opinion, Plex is just, I don't know, just easier and better. It looks better.
Well, I know you can't do some of the other stuff on the Plex, can you?
Well, I never really dove that much into like Kodi itself. I don't know what all you could do on there. I just basically looked at some YouTube videos to get it started, basically. So I don't even know what all you could do on there.
Yeah,
there are add-ons and services people have been getting on it.
Services.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think I know where you're going with that, man. But yeah, back on the Xbox Scarlet, dude. I think that's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be more powerful because I believe they're going to be using the Ryzen. So obviously that's a better CPU than the Jaguar that is currently in the freaking consoles, PlayStation and Xbox One. Because I think the regular Xbox One was at like what 1.3 teraflops, and then like the regular PlayStation was at like 1.5 or 1.6. It was just clocked a little higher. That's why I had a little bit more juice.
Yeah, my friend Nate, he was like, "Yeah, I don't know what I think about having water cooling in a console."
Yeah, I don't know, man. It works. I have the Xbox One X. It's quiet and it don't get hot. So whatever they did, and it's smaller than the Xbox One S, which was like 50% or I think it's 40% smaller than the original.
Well, he just gets worried about it because it's kind of like, you know, like a kid's toy type of thing. But I mean, really, you don't want to be messing around or having kids really be messing with that type of thing because it's pretty much a computer media center all at this point, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I love the way Xbox is going, man.
Me and Floyd know a guy that wanted to mod his newest Xbox, but he was afraid of fucking it up, so he bought two, and then he ran them in series. Huh?
I believe Harley was full of shit.
You think so?
Yeah, everything he said was he's full of shit.
So here's a question, Floyd, and I want you to be honest here.
All right.
How many rings have you gotten?
How many rings?
Yeah, you know what rings I'm talking about.
What?
The Xbox. Rings of Death.
Oh.
Oh, got you. On the 360 last generation, I got, what was it? I think one, honestly. No,
Got him.
no, two. Because I brought one pre-owned, I believe, at GameStop, and they let me trade it in, and then years later, I got another one towards the end, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not as much as some, so I guess I'm lucky. But I haven't had any, like, they fixed that problem. Thank God.
Was the
Yeah,
Xbox the one that was eating the discs if you put it sideways?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Scratch
I
the
had
shit
that
up out of it.
happen to me.
Well, Ian, would
Yeah.
you like to get into some battle stations?
Xbox,
Yeah, sure.
damn it. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Some of these people have Xboxes. They put them underneath the monitor. I've seen a guy use a laptop he uses a MacBook as a mouse pad, and he's like, the only way to game on a Mac.
Yeah, I've heard of people doing like crazy shit, like modding them so you could use them for rendering machines and stuff. You know.
Yeah, I'm good on Macs.
All right, hit me with that theme song.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station. Still sounds good. All right, I'm gonna zoom enhance here.
So I guess that's my whole theme here was kind of like just setups with one monitor.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask what the hell your
monitor, you
theme
know?
was. Is this too
It's the fucking whatever theme.
fucking next? Is this too zoomed in, or is this let me see.
So I mean,
That
just
looks
how
good.
you just had it before that was fine.
Is this
That-
better,
that
Floyd?
looks good. Yeah, that looks good. You can see everything.
That's what she said.
No, she asked you to turn the lights off, Frank. That's what she said.
Shit, it's all the same in the dark. Wait, what?
Whoa.
So yeah, he's got the IKEA plant that he paid $5 for.
What?
Yeah, that plastic.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I gotta ask Floyd. What do you think about the little IKEA plant things? Is it like a good cherry on the top, or is it just kind of like like vape pens kind of douchey a little bit?
That, but it does complete it. Just the way it looks with that lamp and I don't know, the lighting, the wall. It goes good with it right there, especially with that lighting. But
would you put it in your computer like some people do?
No, like that's just not my style. Like,
see the little panda he's got over there. Aww.
Yeah. Some
Now,
of these computer guys are fucking weird, but I mean,
right. I noticed the first comment. If you go to the comments, what the fuck? Or first it said, where the fuck are the wires? Probably in the walls. And then if you look at the picture real close, yeah, his walls are kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah.
He's got a big ass hole knocked in the wall and plastered up here, and it's like a booger. I'm gonna zoom in there. See the booger under the Phillips there. The moco, as they say in Spanish. I mean, it's not as bad as that one dude. There was actually a guy who had literally a hole in the fucking wall, and he's like, "Please ignore the hole in the wall." And they're like, "Well, now we can't not see it, dude."
Yeah, he had all this crazy equipment, but then there was a hole in the wall.
Yeah. Dumbass. But no, this is aight. Pretty cool.
He was pretty smart. Maybe he didn't have the best cable management, so he made it dark under his desk.
Well, I mean, he
didn't see anything. Could get away with it.
It looks like he did run the wires in the wall because you don't see anything going from the monitor / TV, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it does look like everything's just pushed up against the wall. So
yeah, he does have good wire management.
Yeah, danglers and stuff.
Do you have that good? Because I have to admit, as far as like my regular TV setup with my consoles, it's like the cable management isn't that good.
Who, me?
No, Floyd.
Oh.
What? I don't have a computer setup or anything.
No, he's like your TV.
Oh yeah,
Just
no,
like
I
your
have,
TV setup with
yeah.
your consoles and shit.
No, it's horrible, dude. I would take a picture. I bought one of them. You know the Velcro straps that
Mhm.
you could do wire management with. I bought a whole bunch of those, but it still looks like shit because
Aw.
it's a glass entertainment stand. So
Oh.
you can see straight through the back and all that. And I have 2 wires hanging down from my from my TV.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty, honestly.
See, we
Yeah,
gotta.
I was pretty proud of my setup because like mine was glass, so like you see everything. You have to pretty much
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
have it to
I
the
give
frame
props
and
to you, bro, man. I couldn't do it.
well,
That's
it took me like a day to like a day or two even to
Oh,
set up the
damn.
cable management, just like working on it like
Yeah.
7 hour, 8 hours straight because it's
Damn.
just a lot of it's just like a lot of planning and stuff. You have to
Well-
decide well how many HDMI cables do I have to run, how many video and audio and data and stuff do I have
And you
to
got to
go
remember,
through and keep
Ian can't
track of
see
everything.
shit, so that had to compound it.
He said
Yeah.
he had to get bifocals on. Nah.
No, he's legally blind. He like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
and he still made it like fucking better than me with full vision.
Yeah, his setup, like, he did some good on that wire management, man. I'll give you that, Ian.
You gotta be organized. I did my our entertainment center in the bedroom. We have a wooden one, and each little nook there's like I got a VCR/DVD player and this and that, and I ran shit to it. And then one time I tried to unplug stuff to hook in new, and I'm like, I don't remember what goes to what. Fucking, I'm not plugging anything.
Well,
Yeah. Well, when you have a cable manage, it's definitely harder to add or
Right.
move shit around.
You have to label it, or else I'm like, what do these red, yellow, and white plugs go to? Fuck.
Well, I have both of my computers down here under the desk, so it's like I had to put like just like I wrapped like black electrical tape, like around the ends of the cables that were going to one computer, so I know they were going to that computer. You know.
See, what they need to do, I'm pretty sure they have it probably, but when they make stands or like computer tables or whatever, like especially glass ones, if they could just have like a box or like a frame that you could put all the wires in the back that goes with the frame, so it looks seamless, and then you could just stuff them in there.
Right.
I think that would be good. They probably have that, but I don't know if I.
Well, maybe. I mean, they sell those separately, but I don't think Frank likes those too much. Do you, Frank? Where you just stuff all the garbage in them?
I mean, if it's on the floor and keeps it bundled all together, some guys put it right in the middle of their desk like it's a thing to display. I'm like, you're doing it wrong, bro.
Yeah.
This one, I saw this one, and I think it's funny that I call this the IKEA light about my delivery date setup. He's got his shit on the floor. He's got a LG. Now, that's an ultra wide. I'm pretty sure it's the smaller one, though, because it's only just wider than the keyboard. So my guess is it's like a 29-inch at most. I hope it's not a 25. I haven't read the description. He's got a 1070, which is all right. Let me check out the comments. That's what IKEA
Floyd,
said too.
What do you have in your? You said you don't have a computer, or you?
I don't. No, I want to get. I'm going to build one. I was telling Franklin eventually.
Yeah.
Do light gaming on it.
I've talked him into it, so now he's giving me questions. What's this?
Just like I talked to you in about the 4K and the NVIDIA 1080 Ti. Or the 1080 Ti.
Well, isn't it true? I mean, I was going to ask you if I was correct on this or not, but now I'm not sure if you would know. Isn't like the TI version pretty much like the same as the next number above it? So like the 1070 Ti would be pretty much equivalent to 1080.
No, I think I thought the 1080 was still more powerful.
Like the 1070 Ti versus the 1080 or
I thought the 1080 still.
The TI makes it really powerful.
Yeah, the TI is more powerful. The regular 1080 is okay, but the 1080 Ti is above it. I was watching videos with frame rate differences, and that's what made me decide, because the 1080 you can get now for $600 on like Best Buy, but the same game that I was looking at, whereas you're getting 80 frames with the 1080, you're getting like 115 with the Ti, and I was like, I gotta get it. Fuck it, I'm save up.
What I found out recently through Eurogamer was that the regular 1080 like is the same exact internals as a Ti. It's just certain chips aren't activated in the 1080. So that's the only thing that makes it a Ti. They just in the Ti versions, it's the same chip or the same everything. They just activate a couple of the chips. I was like,
Now see,
what? That's kind of shitty.
when Threadripper came out, it's 4 dies, but originally they said that 2 of the dies were inactive. They were dummies. And people were like, well, I wonder if they're going to actually use all of them someday. And now the 32 core has all 4 dies active. So
That's what I'm saying. The hardware's there. It's just
they locked it. They gimped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Just making everything the same, but you just lock it off, you know?
It's the same thing when you buy a car and there's all like when you look at a car and you see a little plastic plug where there's supposed to be some feature for the luxury version, but you don't fucking have it, so they just put a plastic plug there.
I suppose it's easier to manage for the company, probably.
Yeah, they just make the same thing and go, what, did he get power windows? Well, fuck him then. He's getting a shitty crank. Now, this guy has these, I can just from these 2 letters here, these are Edifier studio monitors. So these are all right monitors. The actual monitor looks like a 29-inch according to the comments. Someone's like, is it this model or this model? And he's like, I don't know the exact model number, but I love it. And I'm like, well, fuck it.
Floyd, what's your monitor game as far as your speakers go?
What do you mean on my TV?
Yeah, or you just use it as TV speakers?
I use a soundbar. Samsung soundbar with a subwoofer.
Woofer?
I know I messed up.
Subwoofer.
You didn't put it on the entertainment center, did you?
Yeah, the soundbar I did. Not the.
Well, no, the subwoofer.
No, it's
just put it on the floor. Frankly, I'll let you.
Yeah, it's on the floor.
Oh, okay. So this guy, Ian's last setup, Fallout themed. I didn't see this one here. Let me.
I caught you off guard with this one.
Yeah, now I gotta hold on. Now I gotta click through and see what. I like the desk. It's got a nice finish to it. Oh, okay. He
just took plyboard
and. Okay.
Do you do any rig stuff ever, Floyd?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, sometimes depends on the situation.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, you're working on a roof, so you know how to use some kind of tools, right?
Actually, I'm doing all the bitch work because I don't know how to do the I mean, I'm learning, but
he's a grunt.
Yeah, I'm a grunt, dude.
Go fetch me the hammer. Okay, sir.
Yeah, the labor basically. I do all the laboring work.
Gopher.
For them.
Gopher.
And you put some what is it? Solar power tiles on there.
Dude, I want to so bad, but I just ain't got the
intel. Okay, I just noticed something, guys. I was looking at your third setup, Ian.
Okay.
Tell me what. Do you see what I'm seeing?
Water cool? No.
Let me zoom enhance.
I can't even imagine what the world looks through Frank's eyes, you know.
Yeah, lots of.
I'm not gonna pretend.
Porn. In your eyes. Zoom enhance. Okay, so he's got a gigabyte graphics card, which is okay, but where is it?
It's right there.
It's in the bottom PCIe slot. It's usually faster if you put it in the top.
Yeah, I mean, it would be better, but I mean, only you would notice that, Frank.
Yeah,
no, actually.
He probably did it for the looks, honestly. Like, it probably looked weird.
Nah, he probably didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Some guys, well, is your RAM supposed to be side by side? I can't remember. in your dual channel, like, in there a space in between?
Was there slots for 2 more?
Yeah, to the left.
Where?
Well, usually, if it's
Oh,
dual
yeah.
channel, then it's every other. But maybe he just
Didn't know.
Doesn't know what he's doing.
he just doesn't know what he's doing, or they were just single channel, and he's like, it doesn't matter
Lord
then.
Jesus! I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to comment because I looked at the post and there's only like, great job.
He was probably a console gamer that switched to PC and didn't know what the hell he was doing, and yeah. Someone didn't watch a Linus video before he did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, basically, it's pretty hard. I think the most complicated, I mean, it's pretty easy, like trying to figure out what you need and stuff. The hardest part, is actually like when you actually get all this shit, and then you have all these like little nuts and screws, and you have to figure out where everything goes, setting up the case and everything.
Yeah.
What was it? Terry Crews said he built his whole rig and then he pressed the power button and it didn't start. And it was humbling because he took it to Best Buy and asked the guy, and the guy's like, "You're pressing the reset button."
Man, Terry Crews is great.
Right?
I'm glad he's in crack now.
I love him. He's funny.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in there.
Yes. It's great.
Yeah, I remember they had some kind of tech demo where when they were doing like all the motion capture and stuff for that.
Hey, this kind of goes with what we're talking about. Did you hear about Xbox? Well, it leaked. Xbox and Razer doing something together.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard support, I guess. They're supposed
Oh
to
yeah, I think we
license.
hear something about that.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I wasn't trying to go off topic, so my bad, guy.
That's cool, man. But are you guys gonna look forward to that Post Malone thing? Because I've been keeping up with it on a little,
What happened?
Oh no, he's just he's still working on the build for Post Malone. That rapper.
Oh yeah, I know who Post Malone is. I listen to him. I like rap guys. I know.
What's your favorite type of rap?
Who, me?
Oh, Floyd. Yeah.
I don't know. I like some old school, but I like the new stuff too. Like I don't know. I just like variety. Like honestly.
I like weeb rap.
Dude, you're just a weeb. Look, take off the kimono.
No,
put down the sake and pause the hentai.
No, never. Floyd, you never pause the hentai.
God.
One of my favorite rappers. One of my favorite rappers. His name is Hentai Dude.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. You.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to do
the Kanye West, man.
Nah,
no.
I'm not. Nah, I don't know. I don't like. I
You ain't got the answers, Sway. You ain't got the answers.
I've seen that interview. That was crazy. But him and Jay-Z, like, I didn't really care for. I like Through the Wire, old Kanye, like better than the newer stuff.
Did you ever see that movie? It came out. What was it, like last year, the year before? I forget about the, like the whole Easy and
NWA
stuff.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I need to see that shit.
All right.
That was pretty good.
I like this guy's setup, but I got to break it down.
I don't see anything.
Can you see something here?
Yeah.
Okay. For one, his speakers are in the wrong spot. They should be.
Are those headphones Astros?
They're Corsair.
Corsair. Oh, I can't zoom in, so my bad.
Yeah, I can't zoom enhance. Let me see.
Enhance, damn it.
Hold on.
4K, man. 4K.
Hold on. I'll open it in a separate window and then I can zoom enhance.
Yeah, I need to get in the 4K game though, man.
Look, I talked Franklin into it, even though he don't want to say. I was giving him shit for not saying my Xbox One X is more powerful than his PC.
Yeah, see the little sail ship?
4K, man. 4K. All day. Every day. Except for still probably not at high detail.
4K.
Right. But no, see,
HDR is the best.
my phone does HDR.
Yeah, Ian, if you get you a monitor or you get your TV, make sure it has HDR, dude. Like 4K HDR is way better than just 4K. Just letting you know.
I'm gonna
So,
get one of those OLED screens.
Oh, OLEDs, yeah, dude. The only
Oh,
thing you have to
well.
worry about with OLEDs is screen burn. It can occasionally happen, kind of like how the plasma.
I was gonna
was
say the
back
old
in the
plasma
day.
did that.
Yeah, they have the. If it stays on a still image long enough, it can happen. Just
Yeah, we
FYI.
talked about on the show before about this dude bought a plasma and there was like a giant black dick burned into it.
Yeah. No, it was on Craigslist. The dude was like, "Yeah, why am I selling this so cheap?" He's like, "Well, my went on vacation and my friend put up a gay porno and left it on pause for the entire time I was on vacation. So he's like, so now forever burned into the screen is a black guy dropping a load on the face of a white guy from the biggest black penis I've ever seen."
That is great.
So
man.
it was hilarious. The guy, it was on Reddit somewhere. But yeah, his speakers need to be over further. Like, they're too close together. It's supposed to be an equilateral triangle, and he's not doing that.
I don't like this setup that much. Honestly.
I mean, it looks nice. Look at all those laptops he's got down there underneath.
Nah, it's better than mine because I don't have one. But yeah,
Right.
Big fan.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, Floyd. Poser.
Aw,
Just kidding. Look how skinny this monitor is, man. It's thin as fuck.
that's about thin as my TV.
Fuck. But like,
Wallpaper TVs.
no, I love. Like I said, I love all the Fallout shit. These little what the hell they call those things? These prints that came with the when you buy the collector's edition of the game that comes with the Pip-Boy.
This is Franklin's setup.
Oh, some of this shit, like I have more bobbleheads than he does. I don't remember how many I have. I have to look behind me right now. I wanted to get that sign. I don't have shot glasses. I got a glass with a bunch of bottle caps in it. I do have this poster framed though.
Yeah, Frank has that Wolfenstein action figure behind him, so he doesn't have to look at it because then he might actually play it.
Right. I don't want to take it out of the box. That would be bad. Lithographs. That's what I was looking for. He's got one of those footrests that's all fancy and stuff.
Hey Franklin, how many hours you got in Fallout?
Well, hold on now. Library, games.
That's another question too, Floyd. Are you gonna, if you build a computer, are you gonna go like tempered glass?
What, on the case?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, because the lights would just look a lot better.
I have 197 hours.
Oh, okay.
So,
Good.
but like, and the achievements, I've unlocked 44% of them.
I want to see. I wonder if I go to my main screen, if it won't kick me out, right?
Mm.
What?
Find out. He's on his phone. Let's see if it'll kick him out.
If he does what?
He's going to his home screen real quick.
Oh no, it should
It
be
should
fine.
All right. Oh yeah, it's good. I'm gonna see if I can check it on my app, see how many hours I got.
Now, see, he's got the same.
You'd always do that. I never do it, but like, what kind of? I'm not sure what kind of phone you have, but usually you could do like a dual window thing.
It's an
8 Plus.
Yeah, he's got an iPhone. They don't do that shit.
No, we're iOS.
Apple barely wants you to run one app at a time.
You see, that's kind of surprising because you're such like an Xbox guy. You know, you would think that you'd want to be.
What do you expect him to have? A Windows phone?
Yeah. All right. Player unknown. PUBG. I got 243 hours.
Okay.
I'm
I'm probably gonna get another 8 or so tonight, probably.
Arc. I got 111 hours.
Let me see. That's another thing with Steam. If you click on the game, it'll tell you your hours played.
Yeah, I got 36 hours in Elite Dangerous. Not much.
Arc. I only have 2 hours in Arc because I told you how bad it loaded.
Sea of Thieves. I got don't think it don't tell me actually.
So Floyd,
Doom.
you're probably like telling Fortnite to quit their bitching about trying to sue them, huh? Since
Yeah,
you're on the
dropped.
PUBG.
Nah, they dropped it. Blue Hole dropped the lawsuit against them.
Butthole dropped it. What?
Blue Hole.
Cornhole. No, you
Brown
can't call
hole.
it cornhole.
Damn you. Nah.
But yeah, he's got the same drawers I have, except his desk is up higher, so I'm kind of actually a little jealous. I should have made my desk like put legs on to make it taller, but I didn't because I was lazy, and it's kind of low when you get under it.
Oh no.
Get low, get low.
Well, I got 297 hours in Division.
How many you got in Destiny?
Destiny. Well, Destiny 2, I got 132 hours. And then...
Man, that's a fat ass hose there for that radiator. Damn.
Yeah, tell me I don't game. Nah.
Hey,
You
Floyd,
don't
are you gonna go over to like China or Korea and be like one of those people that actually die at those
Fuck no,
those
dude.
gaming lounges or whatever?
Them
Yeah.
guys are crazy, bro. Like, that's why they're
Yeah.
so good. I got 210 hours in the first Destiny. But,
The-
yeah, those guys die because they don't eat, drink much. They just sit there and play for...
Game for like 30-something hours straight and then
Straight.
pass out.
Yeah.
Get blood clots in their legs.
Did you see that? Hear about that girl that like they said was addicted to Fortnite and was playing for like 10 hours straight? And her parents, well, I don't know if you should blame her parents for not like saying no, take this electronic device away.
Yeah, my oldest plays a lot of games, dude. He's a little gamer.
He's gonna be a bad one like his daddy.
Yeah, basically, bro. Quiet, Landon. Sorry, guys.
Daddy, I hate you. No, just kidding.
Remember that time that Frank's dog kept bothering him?
That
He was
that
getting
one time.
pissed.
Well, because they just bark. But so your first setup, wall's a little spackly, but it's alright. Your second setup, he's got good equipment. Shit's on the floor though, bro.
I like first, man.
I don't know. The third one, if he fixed the issues, this would probably be my top.
I'm gonna go. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I'm going with 1-3-2 is my order.
Yeah, I'm with Ian.
Yeah, me too.
Just
Who
the
am I
first
kidding?
one.
Nuke didn't the new cola didn't save it, huh?
Well, that's all it is accessories, dog.
That's the only reason why it's a contender with you is just because of all the freaking Fallout.
No, don't get me wrong. The desk is pretty dope,
Yeah,
And I
like
mean-
it does.
and he's got a like it looks like a TV above that couch there or whatever. But
Well, it's falling out of line with Frank.
and he's got a puppy. I love puppies. Oh, sleepy puppy. Like I said though, he needs to get his shit all straight because few things here and there. And I'll still say this one's my top. This one, then this one, and then the dude on the floor. Looking like a fool with your computer on the floor. Because the hardware here looks alright. Nice speakers, 29-inch monitor. Right? Yep, but you know. So
I mean, hey, either you could go with us or you could go against the grain. Ours still won, right, Floyd?
Yeah.
so dude's got 7 upvotes.
Oh man.
Your
Yeah, what
guy
did the
on
internet say?
guy on the floor has 2,961.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
And then your guys' favorite has 4,020.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
So call me Tyrell.
Station.
He won that on yours. Now, well, that means it's time for mine.
Around. By the way, did you watch that Cobra Kai show yet, Floyd?
What is it?
It's called Cobra Kai on YouTube.
Is it?
No, I've seen I haven't seen it, but I've seen people post on it about like, hey.
Is it a YouTube Red show? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a YouTube Red. You could get the first 2 episodes. You could watch them for free to check it out.
I've heard good
And the
stuff
rest
about
is
it.
the Red, but you could also get it other ways. Other ways.
Use a VPN. Or something.
What?
Yeah.
I have one.
What? Okay, so
Russia and Europe, I think, is trying to make that shit illegal. The VPNs.
Oh, dude, they're great. I use NordVPN.
okay, so my theme. I'm thinking about going with micro ATX with my next rig. So
Micro penis ATX, what?
I don't know if that is.
it's the form factor of the motherboard. Basically, a smaller motherboard, so smaller build all around.
Yeah, but can you fit as like?
Depending on what case and what board, micro ATX you can usually run a full size graphic card. Micro ITX or ITX in general might be iffy.
Oh, Jay did a video about this case where he fit a full size like Titan XP in there or some shit, and the case was it was mostly just a video card, and all the other little guts and stuff was shoved in there.
Damn.
Guts. Well, anyway, so this is gonna be excuse me. I just did a search for guys who did micro ATX, and some of these are like a year or 2 old because they don't put it in their title or description usually. But
What was so last year, Floyd?
your mama. Anyway,
What's that?
What was like last year?
I don't
Maybe
know.
they have any memes about that or something.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Anyway,
Oh, anyway, enough.
right. So here's the guy calls it his Ascension Destiny 2 station.
I like that one.
Got a nice couple ultra wides and a non ultra wide.
Franklin, is that your setup? Like 100
No.
monitors?
Nah. I like the. Here's the tower. If you notice, there's the motherboard barely holding that full size graphics card, with the radiator just mere inches from it. Oh, look, you put a backplate on it that says Destiny.
What do you guys think about water cooling like graphics card? I know most people do CPUs, but some people also do like the graphics card as well.
I mean,
Well,
I would.
If you're gonna invest in it, I would say if you're gonna do that shit, you should at least try like an AIO cooler. Like how that guy has it first, and then sort of get used to overclocking and shit, or at least practice with overclocking before you fuck up your expensive shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the balls to run a full custom loop.
Yeah.
It's really for experienced people.
What about water cooling RAM? No, I'm just kidding.
I read a thing about a guy who wanted to water cool his M.2, and they're like, "Well,
What?
why?" You can buy heat sinks for M.2, and they make them with RGB on them because why the fuck not?
I mean,
They have a little fan. It's a heat sink with a little fan with it, fucking RGB light. Because why not?
Yeah, I thought that there was a recent Linus video where he's like, "Let's liquid cool everything" or something, and
They
like
overclocked
SSD
everything.
or something liquid cooled.
They overclocked the fans on a build one time. Because why the fuck not? I guess.
That's a little too much, I think.
Now are these figures from Destiny, Floyd?
I can't see them. I mean, I see them, but I can't really see the detail because it's kind of.
Oh. See, here's the back plate of his GPU.
Oh, I would imagine they are because it says Destiny there. So yeah.
Yeah, and then
That's his theme. So.
yeah, and here's his tower. He's got this.
Oh, a ghost. That's a cool ghost.
I have no idea what any of this is. I've never played Destiny.
I know you're not a real gamer.
I'm just a filthy casual. Yeah.
Yeah, damn you.
He's not even really a casual because he doesn't even play his own games.
Shit. Now he's got the Sennheiser gaming headset, which if you're gonna buy a headset, that's. I like Sennheiser so much they would get my money, even though it's mediocre at best.
Kind of like the Beats. You're just paying for the name.
I mean, yes and no.
I don't get those people that pay that much for the Beats, but the technology in it isn't that great.
Nah,
From what
it's
I
a
hear.
name.
I paid $130 for like a pair of Pioneer Bluetooth headphones. There, I'm pretty happy with those.
Pioneer probably has way better technology than freaking Beats.
My my Sennheisers I got used on eBay and I paid $200 for.
Well, Ben, Ben, he paid, what was it, like $300 or something for just because he wanted sound canceling or noise canceling.
Yeah, those what are they, Bose?
Yeah, Bose.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of camera is that, Ian? Leica?
Name that camera.
Right.
I don't know. It's pretty dark, man.
Oh,
I know. He's asking us like fine detail, small stuff, and it's like, dude, it's dark as hell.
right.
Yeah, it's probably a Leica though. If it's like that, if it's like a silver and black, it's kind of square.
So this is a 4K editing and eventual Destiny 2 PC station. From a year ago, he has an i7 6700K with what kind of card again?
Floyd, if you start building a computer, are you gonna try to do some streaming and stuff on Twitch?
I stream a little bit on Mixer on my Xbox.
Because that's Microsoft's deal.
Yes, correct. It's tell me why Twitch copied Mixer the way it looked, the layout recently.
And YouTube copied Twitch.
So they're doing something right.
Yeah.
Now, the second one is a Joker theme.
Oh boy.
It's a little
Harley Quinn.
It's a little crazy. I mean, I gotta.
I like it.
He stuck to the purple and the green and all that, and the displays are pretty dope. Do you have any thoughts on this one, Ian?
I mean, I like it. I could take like the Suicide Squad stuff. I could take it or leave it, I guess.
He's got all those like. He's got a joystick and looks like pedals on the desk though. I don't need all that shit. Look at all those wires.
What's that light on on his computer? The X, is that like his power supply or something? Or
I don't know. It looks like it's under his graphics card, but it's all fucking dark, so you can see that etched in Joker. So I have no idea. Let me see here.
I know that on some of the newer coolers, they were actually starting to try to do like a display on the cover plate of the like the AIO cooler or whatever.
Oh, I forgot I commented on this.
They even have displays on some of the case like windows. It's
right.
Just crazy, man.
They?
Yeah.
Now this guy, someone replied, specs, the Gigabyte GPU mounted vertically looks hot ASF. And I said, I believe the term is AF. And he says, is it really though? I said, yes, AF is short for as fuck, or alternatively, you could say as F, but ASF doesn't stand for anything. He says, I know I'm fucking with you. I don't fuck with spelling and grammar. No, sir.
Unless if he meant to say ass fuck.
Yeah, it could be ass fuck.
Yeah.
But Frank, pull up a case with a display on the window. Like a picture.
You're not my boss.
Frank, pull up a...
Damn you, Frank. Pull it up. Nah. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ian,
What?
are you a juggalo drinking Fanta?
Juggalo. That's Fago.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why we were talking about juggalos earlier today,
It
and
was.
this old guy that was next to us was like, "What? A gigolo?" And it's like, no.
At first he said a juggler.
Yeah. I was like, no, not as cool as a gigolo.
I'm like, no, they probably smell worse.
I had to tell him I got
You wouldn't go out with a girl that was a gigolo.
Juggalette.
Hell no. Because I doubt they take a shower. Every juggalo I ever seen fucking never took a shower. So, yeah.
Did you ever see that show Workaholics?
Yeah, I caught a little bit of it, not much of it, honestly.
Yeah, they had an episode where they went to like ICP thing, and there was this like real like giant girl that was like all dirty and stuff there that was hitting on them.
That's true though. Like, I'm sorry if there's any juggalos that ever watches this. It's true. No offense.
A bunch of my buddies from high school were into that shit, but you know,
I'm just going off what I seen, my perception, like physically seen. Like,
your own bias. It's okay. You're a hater. That's all.
no, I'm just saying.
Ian, I think we had this on
a
the.
bunch of rednecks, pretty much.
You might be a redneck. I think we mentioned this on the show one time. This is where they actually have a screen built into the window. So like the guy's got it. It's a video. I'm just showing stills from it.
Oh,
but like,
is that like smell? Oh, dude, that's pretty cool.
And then like, what's the other one? I Buy Power. You know the.
That shitty company.
Well, they got like
broken shit.
They got like their customer service. Yeah, their customer service is no good. But like this one, they got like a screen. As you can see, it's displaying shit over top of your window there.
Dude, that is sick.
So, I mean, I don't know what kind of technology that is to do that, but
I'm pretty sure it's and I had you Google search it before. It's a transparent OLED. You Google search that, you'll find images of a similar thing.
Can it be solid images? Because I know they just look like it's just like smoke or whatever, but like.
Yeah, well, if it's black, then it's probably going to be like totally see through.
That's
kind of like a projector.
Okay. That's still, man, that's pretty cool.
Frank, Google search transparent OLED.
OLED?
Transparent OLED, yes.
All right. Well, if you read what I typed there, I typed transparent LED screen.
But
it's like
OLED is the technology that.
Well, that's why I asked OLED or LED.
It's like
and you repeated the whole thing.
It's like those like futuristic movies you see with they have the transparent computer screen.
Yeah, it's like Minority.
Oh look, Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Jarvis. Here's
they had a picture of, like a laptop that had it or whatever.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah. Like the dude, there's a bird flying. I could see this at work, Floyd, with like butterflies and shit flying by.
So LG
without saying any.
Sorry.
I don't know. I mean, a bunch of different companies. It looks like are trying to.
Well, it's just a different because there's different types of OLEDs. I guess there's the transparent kind.
Yeah, but
and then there's like an OMED LED or whatever.
Yeah.
OLED or whatever.
I mean, we're gonna see the shit like eventually take off. It looks cool, like you see it in like sci-fi movies, like Blade Runner, probably.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a window, and then they'll pipe picture into it. And all of a sudden, you see a video. You're like, "Oh fuck!"
I don't know. I kind of think. I mean, it's cool as a gimmick, but as far as like quality-wise, I think it kind of takes it away from like the image quality of it. You know?
Oh yeah.
Because it's just like.
Well,
yeah, it's
you
want
to see what's behind you. You know.
You're walking down the street with this and be like, "What the fuck's it say?"
It's probably low, like nit levels, the brightness.
Yeah, maybe, but you won't have any true blacks because there's not really any black unless they can make like solid black light or something.
Well, and that's where the nit levels of the brightness comes in too. Like if it's real bright, then you can do it. If it's low, then you can't.
Yeah, it's a little washed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but you won't have any true blacks because there's not really any black unless they can make like solid black light or something.
Well, and that's where the nit levels of the brightness comes in too. Like if it's real bright, then you can do it. like the light that whatever's creating the light. And
There's gonna be glare like a motherfucker if these things are outside too.
I was always wondering if they'll ever come out with the technology to like project blackness. That would be kind of cool.
See, because I know,
You know, like where it actually takes away from it.
Because I know projectors, they use the RGB filters.
Yeah.
I mean, the newer ones is laser, but I think it's still the same concept. Or maybe the laser. There's different lasers. The RGB lasers.
Well, anyway,
Lasers.
Lasers.
sharks with freaking laser beams on their head. So this guy
Scotty
calls it the Inspiration Station. And it's kind of funny. He called this album, "What is my purpose?" You browse Reddit. Oh my god, Rick and Morty reference. So
I never watched that.
I've watched it a little bit. Now I like this use of monitors here because screens.
is like yours.
I like screens. He's got a nice keyboard. Oh my god, he is like me.
Frank's like, I like it because it's like me.
Right. Because I'm right, you're wrong.
And you still got your monitor on the bottom like it's supposed to be, or your TV. Frank he wants his more giant TV that's bigger than his monitors. He wants that to be on top instead of on the bottom.
Yeah, and these two are the same size, Ian. Yeah.
Well, yeah, or no, I'm not even talking about his. I'm just talking about yours. Like,
well, yeah.
What do you think, Frank? You think should bigger monitors be on top or bottom?
I mean, it's all about whatever the fuck you want, and I fucking want it that way. I want it that way. Tell me why.
Bottom.
Ain't nothing but a heart.
They're saying bottom.
God. Yeah,
Power bottom.
But
You're a power bottom?
Yeah, power bottom.
There's his cable management game. Look at them wires taped and dangling. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Just don't play Backstreet Boys while we're doing this, please.
Tell me why. Okay, that in sync then, I guess.
No, then Frank will pay for our monetization.
Well, tell me, I walked in on the dock and he was listening to Backstreet Boys, and I'm like, what are you doing?
He came into my office and he's like, "Hey, is that fucking Backstreet Boys?"
I know. I was talking to him. I'm like, hold up, like it just registered.
You were supposed to hear that.
Oh no, I turned that shit up. I leaned into it. Now this dude, though, he's got one of them Edison lights there. It looks like he made a crown out of a natty light case, though.
Oh wow!
So that's dedication. Because I was trying to figure out what the fuck it was. Like, go back up to right. If you look down this bottom corner here, see his little crown helmet thing. He's got a VR headset over here next to his MacBook.
Are you about to have VR, Floyd?
No, negative. I
Yeah.
rather have mixed reality from Microsoft. It's like, but
Makes
AR
sense.
is the future. AR is the future, even in like business and medical. So that's fat.
He's got a Xbox controller there, Floyd. Does that make you happy?
Absolutely.
Make you go swing?
I mean, is that 360 though?
Hey.
No. Just the Xbox One just feels a lot better. Like, what, Ian? Get you an Xbox One, you'll see, man. I promise, buddy.
Yeah, I do. I still have an Xbox 360, but it's like just haven't had too much time to play video games, so it's like
Video games.
I know it would be worth it though, just because you could put Cody and stuff on there now, you know.
Well, if you ever get an Xbox One, we can play together sometime or something if you want.
Yeah. Do you play that Uncharted game?
On PlayStation? Yeah, I've played it before.
What?
See,
is that only on PlayStation? I thought it was on Xbox too.
no, it's a PlayStation exclusive. Uncharted is.
Are you looking forward to that Halo Infinite?
Yes. I hope it's open world. Like I didn't like 5 that much, honestly. I ain't gonna lie. But if it's gonna be an open world Halo, like I'm all for it. all for it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
What was the whole thing? I never really played Halo that much. Like,
What?
was it like artificial gravity? That's why you got to jump so high all the time?
What, on 5?
No, like in general, because wasn't that like from the first Halo game? You could always jump like 10 feet in the air.
Like, yeah, like, I don't know. I think it was just a mechanic, honestly. Like,
It was like
that
how Mario
sci-fi-
could jump like 15 feet.
Right. It's just that sci-fi, like the futuristic sci-fi thing. So, and he's in a suit, so they just, made you able to jump, and it's just like a mechanic to it, honestly.
Yeah, video games would be pretty boring if you could only jump like the same thing, like how most people could just jump up to their knee high.
Right. Yeah. It's like, this kind of sucks. I want to be able to jump like 100 feet in the air.
Even like GTA, like when you jump, you could jump up to like your head.
Yeah, you can jump pretty high in that, surprisingly.
I do play that a lot. Like I need to get back on the multiplayer with that and get like all the new stuff that they've had on there lately.
Have you gotten into a lobby with someone that mods?
No.
Yeah.
I just done. I mean, I messed with the like the basic creator thing that they had in there.
Oh, okay, yeah. I never messed with that. I haven't played that in a while though, like GTA Online.
Didn't you get that in a bundle or something, Frank?
What?
GTA a while ago.
I don't think so.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, son of a bitch!
It's Doug.
Oh shit!
Guess what, bitches?
What?
Hangouts on the phone actually fucking works now. How about that?
Woo! What iPhone you got again, Doug?
Got iPhone 7 Plus.
My buddy Floyd's on. Say hi, Floyd.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, you're on an 8 Plus or whatever, right?
I got the 8. Yeah, I got the 8 Plus.
How are we doing? PUBG. I too like to live dangerously.
Yeah, PUBG.
Fuck.
Fuck who?
Fuckers.
You guys gonna fuck, aren't you? Now, this guy here, Doug, I was showing this setup. Looks like he has a crown made of natty light, like a case. That's a man of class and sophistication. So I'm gonna say this one's probably my favorite with the Joker theme. I hate the cable management, but whatevs.
Go through them again.
Okay.
I don't know what I like.
Come on, Frankie. Let's go ahead and take care of this.
So.
What the fuck?
What? What's the matter, Doug? What's going on? Did you get your dick caught in your zipper? That might feel kind of good.
Doug's not pleased.
What's the matter? He doesn't have a drink next to his computer or anything. Oh, that reminds me. I need to pour another drink here.
Okay.
He was too busy getting swole. He can't be drinking.
Okay, so here's
Yes?
my main issue with this.
Oh boy.
I get the fact that he wants to have things organized. I really do.
Uh-huh.
But that just looks so off. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Is it too minimalist, Doug?
He could have done more. Way more with what he has.
What?
Like for his laptop, he should have an arm set for that. I'm not sure if that's speakers behind that or if that's a NAS.
No, it's speakers.
Okay. Why would you have it so close to your laptop? If you're gonna put your controller there, get a fucking dock. You fucking there's an Xbox player. Who gives a fuck about that anyway?
Oh shit!
Shots fired. No, he's got the Xbox hooked up to the computer, the controller. If you see the controller thing sitting on top of the tower there, excuse me.
For those of you just joining us, this Doug's obviously team blue, and then Floyd's team green.
Yeah. Doug's a Sony pony.
But the only reason I say fuck that in the first place is because it's a 360 controller.
Well, do you mind? Here you go, Doug. Look at this thing. You jelly, bruh?
What am I looking at, like a Batman jack off machine or something?
No. Right? It's VR headset, dog. That's our future, isn't it?
It's a jack off machine. Yeah.
Well, any computer is a jack off machine, Doug. I mean, let's get it real here.
Is it Pornhub?
Right?
VR is fucking garbage.
Videos.
VR is fucking garbage.
I like the picture he's got of what's that frog meme's name? Pepe. Pepe head on a snake. It says, "Don't tread on memes." That's actually kind of funny. So yeah, I don't know.
Fucking
This one
meme.
now. Now the other one, this is a Destiny build here. He's a big Destiny fan. Got some lights and some figures in his case. But
somebody needs a fucking life.
Who? Who, Doug?
Guy.
Who? What guy? You got some guy in your house that needs a life?
The person who was what the fuck?
What?
So you're running a fucking voiceover server. Look at the left. It looks like it's a fucking wall mount fucking phone.
Yeah, he might be doing a Google home number maybe.
Gosh.
Let me see. Let me go to the comments while you're discussing there.
So far, everyone loses.
By the way, my friend Nate, I guess you would call it Team Ready because he's all about the Nintendo Switch.
Fucking, I would rather own any Microsoft product than own a fucking Switch. Why? Because the Switch is fucking garbage.
He hates that shit. He hates Nintendo, dude.
You want to fuck? No, I don't hate Nintendo. I'm disappointed in Nintendo.
You're
fucking
disappointed.
hate the Switch. Garbage. Yeah, fucking Derpenstein, the new shitbag. That's what that is.
I'm surprised they're getting third-party support this time around.
Yeah, from games that are fucking 45 years old.
I know.
But can it run Crysis? No, because it's fucking shitbag hardware.
Well, yeah, it ain't going to run Crysis. I mean, Doom was downgraded.
And ladies and gentlemen, for the 47th iteration of Skyrim, Nintendo Switch.
No. It's on the Amazon Echo.
Plus, I heard like the newer Switches that you're gonna buy, they're not having like a dock with them anymore.
What? I think the dock made it a little bit more powerful.
Well, so like everybody's playing in mobile, so they're like,
damn, I hope it don't go to mobile in the future.
So yeah,
Quit gaming.
Shit, fucking console. I'd rather game off of Steam. I'd rather game off of the fucking leech fucking cesspool that is Steam than game on a fucking Switch, and you should know what that fucking means.
Right. So
yeah. Plus, they had that whole exploit thing where it's like you put any kind of mod or game on there you want now.
Now, see this one. While it looks cool, he only has the 1070. This guy's got the.
You're still doing the 7th frame.
Yeah, the 1080 Ti Extreme here. Well, I hadn't picked my favorite yet.
Well, pick it, damn it. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Damn it.
Damn it, Janet. No, what one
The
did this one
road
have?
was long, but I ran it.
I would say this one's my favorite, with this one second, and then the Inspiration Station third.
Sure.
And Reddit voted. They voted the Destiny Station most by 136 to 41 to 14.
For fuck's sake, stop being wrong, Reddit. Stop being wrong. Like, fucking seriously.
Seriously, guys, okay?
I'm super cereal, you guys.
Is that
Super
how you talk to your wife, Franklin?
Super
I mean,
duper cereal.
Dude, I missed that show, man. I don't think they really done any news shows for like a couple of years now.
Well, what's Mr. Doug been up to?
reworking my office still.
Just jacking it.
Just jacking it in his office.
I got a record player, so I've been purchasing some vinyl and.
Oh no!
Hey,
What do you got?
About that?
Well, I inherited a decent amount of vinyl from my dad. I've had it basically for about the past year, maybe year and a half almost. But my mom had it sitting in her room since my dad passed, and she's like, "Do you want it?" And I'm like, "You damn right I do." So I got like Deep Purple, Eagles, Pat Benatar, The Cars. I went out. I got a 45 of Another Brick in the Wall, the single. Scandal, The Warrior, and oh shit, what was the other 45 that I bought? Fuck. Bought another 45 of something. It might have been a 50 song. But about a couple of those.
Gotcha.
But I got this little Victrola. It's a suitcase that you opens up and it's a record player.
Hey Doug, let's see a shot of your setup here.
I'm not in my office tonight.
Yeah.
And besides, it is very, very disheveled. I opened up a pack of cards. It's all over the floor. It's all fucked up at the moment.
Why'd you put a deck of cards all over the floor?
You have to understand. I was a very heavy, fucking heavy player of Magic the Gathering.
You know, I was gonna make a joke about that, but I didn't know they were gonna be Magic the Gathering cards for real.
20 years almost. I was a heavy player, and that bled off into my wife because she plays all the time now. So now there are boxes upon boxes upon boxes of Magic cards all around this house. Just like so much. And I retired like 2 years ago. I'm done. I don't play anymore. But since we were shifting rooms out, no, hey, look, there's some cards. Oh, crap. So I'm still shifting everything around, moving stuff, and it's pretty disheveled at the moment. The only thing I have specifically set up is my small media center. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of disheveled, me and my one friend, when I was away watching the dogs for my parents paid my friend to clean the house. So I helped her do it a little bit, but I have a 15-year-old brother, and we had to clean his bedroom. And
he was just checking it.
Check out, look at what we look at under his bed there.
Neckbeard nest.
Yeah. It was just like he didn't even put anything in the garbage can. He just put it under there.
Oh God.
Wow, he's an animal.
Yeah.
Well, you did the same thing, except you put that into a PC.
Oh. Come on now.
Boom!
At least he paid for his parts. You found yours.
Yeah. You got yours, Frank. Who even knows, man?
Hey man, you lost a shoe. No, I found one.
Yeah. Hey, you said you were going to build a PC too, man.
Who, Doug?
Yeah, didn't he say he wanted to do something?
Well,
I still have parts for you. Remember?
Well, not for me. It was for Nate.
Well, no, you said you needed it for this for like a little display.
Oh, I don't know.
The little art project that you were doing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking about trying to do like some kind of like thing like how Linus did with the walls, where I was gonna do it inside of like a square and just like put some LEDs and stuff on it, you know. Paint like just get like different like circuit boards and kind of like mash them together or something, you know.
Mash them. Well, would you like to get into the news, Ian? The news with all these fuckers.
So, Doug, were you getting swole tonight? Was it leg day?
Third leg day.
I've actually taken the past week and a half off of the gym just to kind of recoup my body. I'm back on it on Monday, though. Maybe. I might hold off for another couple days since my birthday's next week.
Oh, how old are you going to be?
Old enough to still whip your ass, boy.
No. I got no, so I can give you all the spankings and one to grow on.
Dude, you can't. You got to keep up on those pizza curls.
The 12-ounce curls.
SD Express combines PCIe and NVMe for nearly 1 gigabit a second transfer rates. SATA SSDs have gained some unexpected competition.
Yeah, I did Linus did a video on this, so I put the link for that too in there. But pretty much you'll be able to, if you scroll down to where it says pretty much like 128 terabytes, you'll be able to have on it.
Where?
Damn.
Yeah, there's like a bold headline where it talks about that.
Have you guys watched South Park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Linus did it. Linus did it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, someone said 128 terabytes. That's insane. And he says, what makes you think 128 terabyte SD cards would it be anywhere below $100,000? Yeah. Yeah, that'll be retarded.
Yeah, I guess like they're calling it SD Express or something.
But one day that's gonna be normal.
Right,
yeah.
That's gonna be on your phone.
Yeah.
Can you message me, man? I only got like 900 terabytes left. Oh, I'm sorry. And then the online servers that they'll have no more lies to give us. Oh, sorry, you're running out of storage. My phone's got like 700 terabytes, bitch. What are you talking about? I'm running out of storage.
Well, it's crazy though, because some things are like stay the same size, like text documents and stuff, but like I guess HD stuff is getting larger and larger, but it seems like they've been getting better and better with the compression on that stuff. So it's like you're getting larger, like hard drives, but we're able to store more and more in the I think that's a good thing. But I just hate how like software is like for basic things seems like it's getting clunkier and clunkier as the computers get better. It's like they're like, oh yeah, you need the computer is getting better, so we'll just put more bloatware in it, or something.
Right.
Like, what is it like? My like Microsoft Word or something takes just as long to start up as like one of my 3D editing programs, you know, because they just put so much in it.
I think part of it is really video formatting right now. Like Linus, for instance, when he did the video for the Red camera and the stuff for the Petabyte project, he's saying that, you know, even though technically the resolution doesn't technically exist as far as a commercial goes, he needs that much space because of the file sizes. I mean,
yeah, well, for the raw uncompressed.
Yeah, raw is huge.
Daddy likes it raw.
But you get most of the detail in raw.
It depends on what you're storing too. Like if you're just storing a bunch of JPEGs and text documents, like never
porn,
run out, man.
Lots of porn. All the porn, just all of it.
Porn though.
I'm running out of regular porn. I gotta get the gay porn now. Running out of straight porn.
In the immortal words of my hero, Dr. Cox from Scrubs, if they ever take porn off the internet, I'm pretty sure there's only going to be one website left called Bring Back the Porn.
I'm just glad we're not back in the old days where people were just trying to jerk off to like a swimsuit magazine or something, you know?
Yeah, that would suck.
Oh, that's right. Floyd's just a baby. He doesn't remember only getting the JCPenney Victoria's Secret catalogs in the mail and having to make do with what you got.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be a folder nipple.
Man.
Yeah, but when I was younger, I mean, we had.
Did you get Floyd? Did you get scrambled porn back in your day?
Yeah, on the TV.
Yeah, you got Skinamax, the channel that you weren't supposed to get, but for like 50 seconds, you'd be like, "Wait, I think I see a boob. Oh, it's an elbow."
Yeah, I've been there.
That's a tit. That's a tit. I saw a tit. Oh.
Yep.
That was a mole.
Back in the day, like porn would cost money. Like on the TV. Now it's all free. Way
back in the day, I used to buy Hustler magazine for the articles, and you would get an entire DVD, like actual full-length movie in the package for free. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't ask for it, but thanks.
Let me guess.
Boy, do you know anybody that gets into those webcams?
What?
The live webcam of the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, Floyd, tell them your story about what your wife was.
Oh my God. There was this pop-up that came up. You know, when you're searching the website or whatever, and it brings up a pop-up like, "Oh, girls near you. Chat with girls near you."
In your area.
Yeah, in your area, and then it has like your area. Like if you live in Columbus, it'll say Columbus because it comes off your IP address. So when I was going through, I accidentally clicked on it. I was like, "Oh shit!" So I backed out, didn't think anything of it. So she went back snooping around, thinking I'm trying to chat with girls in my area. I was like, "No, babe, it goes off of your IP address. So it like if I was anywhere, it'll just say where I'm at." Like I swear, she was freaking.
Sure, Floyd.
No, it's like you click on the live webcam and it's like there's no one there, but then you recognize one of your rooms.
Oh,
Mom?
Yeah, oh God.
Back in the 90s, my buddy and I, we called a 1-800 number, and he just randomly entered numbers for when it's like, "Please enter your credit card info." And he just pressed a bunch of buttons, and some girl came on and said, "Are you 18?" And he goes, "Yeah." And she goes, "No, you're not." And she hung up on us.
Oh, man.
So I don't know why Justin Bieber is up here playing games.
Let me guess, he's playing Fortnite.
I don't. You know, now that I look at that controller, what the hell is that? Dreamcast?
Well, zoom in. I can't see it.
Zoom enhance.
Enhance.
See, here's
That's
Floyd
like
and his
Team
buddy.
Orange. Dreamcast, right?
I don't know.
No, that's not a Dreamcast.
Hold on, I'm up searching the image. Wow, boys gaming. Yeah, that's what I want in my search history. Thanks, Google.
Yeah, they're trying to make it a diagnosis.
Gaming addiction classified as disorder by who? So is WHO? That's actually a thing. World Health Organization, right?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of gonna mention the article, but I figure I wave it. Yeah, like those people dying in those, you know, like gaming lounges and stuff. You know.
Well, there's a
touch the
story
phone.
how these parents took their kids to rehab because they were playing too much Fortnite.
Yeah. Gaming addiction is to be listed as a mental health condition for the first time by the World Health Organization. Does your wife know about this, Floyd? Its 11th International Classification of Diseases will include the condition gaming disorder.
Yeah, I think it makes you smoke crack too eventually after it gets, progressive.
Is this by the same people? Is this by the same people that were like, it's the video games that's ruining our children? They keep doing all these studies, and they're like, actually, no.
Yeah.
But the politicians are like, yeah, it's the violent video games, not that we're bad people.
Yeah. Like, I was gonna say, yeah, this goes hand to hand with the violent stuff,
But yet they can't prove it. Okay. So
yeah.
It could lead to confused parents whose children are just enthusiastic gamers. He said about 50 new cases of digital addiction each year, and his criteria is based on whether the activity is affecting basic things such as sleep, eating, and socializing. Who was it who was addicted to porn? Was that Terry Crews? No, he was a married guy, and they said it cost him and his wife's relationship because he would spend 30 hours a day looking for porn, which is the weird part. Like, why you gotta look so hard? Like, it's really easy. I mean, I understand. He said he was like getting specialized where he was looking for certain things, and you waste a lot of time. So.
What are you into, Frank? Pegging, right?
Well, just ask your mom.
Oh, man. Got me.
Just like we adults do, children spread their digital tech use throughout the day while doing other things. No, they don't. They're all at school playing Fortnite on their fucking phones, and then the school wonders why their Wi-Fi is sucking.
They do have 125 million players, so they're doing something right.
Yeah, but we sold 4 million units. Or what was it? What was it Sony said, Floyd?
80 million.
Oh, 80 million.
Now the question is, what console does it play smoother on, Doug?
It's Fortnite. Who cares?
Ding.
Oh. Doug, you play Fortnite, right?
No.
No, why not?
Winner, motherfucking chicken dinner, bitch.
PUBG all the way.
Gaming companies remove analytics app after massive user outcry. Oh, Red Shell. Yeah. I heard about this.
Really? I mean, it's not like you had to have heard about it to put it on the show, right?
Several gaming companies have announced plans to remove support for an analytics app they have bundled with their games. The decision to remove the app came after several Reddit and Steam users noticed that many game publishers have recently embedded a controversial analytics software development kit part of recent updates to their games. Games rally against Red Shell usage. The program bundled with all these games, and at the heart of the recent controversy is Red Shell, an analytics program or package provided by Innervate Inc. To game publishers. Game makers are supposed to embed the software development kit within their games and run social marketing programs with specific affiliate IDs. If a new user buys and installs a game via one of these campaigns, the Red Shell SDK embedded in the game pings back the publisher about the source of the new install. Ooh, yeah.
I mean, we've talked about... I don't think we've talked about this specifically before because, I mean, we've talked about specific games having spyware in there, but this is more about the thing where they were a lot of the, like the big AAA games had like that in there trying to monitor for ads and stuff,
Look, Floyd, Elder Scrolls Online, they pledged to remove it.
Are they trying to like do like target marketing, like so they can market stuff to?
Yeah, you'll get your social media will like.
Yeah, fuck that. They already do that enough with the trackers and shit on websites.
Right, you'll get ads popping up. Oh, we see you play Fortnite. Oh, what we got? Conan Exiles. Yeah. Holy potatoes.
It's like you look up power tools, and then when you're on Twitter or Facebook, you'll see ads for power tools that you were looking for.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I bought a bed recently, like a mattress recently, and now all my ads are fucking mattresses.
Yeah.
Because I didn't buy theirs, so they don't know that I fucking bought it. So.
Yeah, and then they, like we said before, the other get. What do you think, Floyd, about some of the games too? Were even doing where they had spyware in there, so they wanted to know if you had any kind of cheating programs on your computer.
Oh yeah, like I don't know. I'm indifferent, I guess, because mainly I don't play on the PC. So
Right.
Well, I
It's
guess-
just kind of like an invasion of privacy, because it's like, even if you don't have this program, it wasn't meant to be cheating for that game specifically. They just have a blacklist, and they're like, "Oh, you're out of luck then," you know.
Right. Yeah. See, I know Microsoft is going to do that with their Xboxes as well. Like, have an AI program run in the background to catch cheaters, which I guess on the console, I think that would be good for especially competitive. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be against someone that can cheat and fucking destroy. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, the console is different because every kind of app that you put on there is, like it's their app, pretty much it goes through to them, I guess.
Right. Yeah, but I see what you're saying. Like on the computer. It would.
Sorry, I had to go AFK for a second there. My cushion was failing me.
Oh, you were still here?
I'm butthurt. Ow. My booty meat. So.
But, yeah.
Well, I don't know. They did an outcry, so there was a giant outcry because of this, and they decided a lot of the games are removing it. They're like, "Oh, we're sorry. We'll let you know ahead of time first, before we screw you."
We didn't notice that was in there. Sorry.
Oh, whoops! We didn't mean to do that. I mean, we totally
we'll
did.
Lube you up first.
Whoa!
Next time.
Well,
Blockchain against cheating in online games. What? Ever since the fucking ads. Ever since the earliest days of video games, cheating has been a problem. Today, games have become immeasurably more popular and complex. The focus isn't that much on a player enjoying his virtual world alone, but on online interaction and competition. Needless to say, cheating becomes a big issue. As games are changing, cheating is more than an individual decision. It becomes something that quite literally affects everybody, from the players to the developers. Many games have complex economies. Some of them very accurately resemble real-world economies.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, just get on PUBG on the computer and you'll see that.
Who's the largest selling game within the past 5 years? Minecraft.
When over 50% of all transactions are fraudulent, the economic environment is very wild. Blockchain's proof of ownership can solve those issues with time. In the real world, governments are the primary power which creates and enforces regulations upon the people. In the virtual world, this right is reserved for corporations like Valve and Blizzard. Yeah, Valve's like, all right, fuck it. You don't want us to do it? Okay, fine.
No, they should come up with a computing currency called cock blockchain.
Well, I was telling Floyd how, like, Valve was, for the longest time they had people were selling the in-game items in, like, the real world for money, and it's like it's digital items that don't really exist.
Well, look, CS:GO is a prime example of that.
Like your buddy Nate, the Hustler.
Some of those CS:GO weapon skins go for thousands of dollars, real money.
Yeah, like I was watching one of those. Did you ever watch that one YouTube gamer, that T Martin guy? He was like the whole center around that CS:GO stuff.
Yeah, I've seen them before. Yeah, it's crazy. I was like,
well, like I watched some of his videos, and it's just him, like the whole video. I thought you're gonna get to see him like shooting other people or whatever, but it's just him like trading guns and just doing shit with the guns or whatever.
It's real money, man. I'm like, damn, I would never pay $1,000 for a fucking skin for a weapon.
Check it out. Valve on Steam opportunities.
Special pink camouflage gun that's not worth $1,000 to you.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not the taste police. So I just want to throw this in there because I have this article. Yeah, Steam's like, fuck it, we don't care. So, back to your article. Blockchain. Oh boy. Oh boy. Online cheating. I mean, as long as there's people with computers, they'll figure out ways around every fucking thing. It's just a matter of time.
There's always loopholes, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I always hold the same thing. I think about what they should do for like, like, or at least what it would be nice if they could do for like steroids and stuff with sports. It's like, it would be cool if they have its own section where it's like, wouldn't it be cool to see what people could do on steroids? It's like everybody steroided up in a game. It'd be, you could see what the crazy stuff that they could do, but then, like have a separate sports where it's not steroids, like, so at least it's known if they are or not, that's the main thing. And you just have them divided.
I mean,
different, like, like how you would have different servers in video games, where you'd have different categories.
I mean, they have mods in games and like.
Well, Xbox is to support like they hired people. They have job listings. Like, it's up to the developers or whatever, but they're talking about offering mods, kind of like Fallout does.
Yeah.
For certain games, so they're like they're trying to go like the PC route. Like, it seems like they're more pro-consumer in that aspect, like, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, well, Frank was all bummed about the Fallout 3 remake.
What?
Because of voice acting, remember?
Oh, that was yeah, that was just a mod that somebody was doing, and they were stripping the audio, and then they were getting in trouble. Now, but like, yeah, the whole modding community, you got to remember, Microsoft's like, well, we don't have to pay developers because the people are doing it because they enjoy doing it. And then we can throw them a couple little shekels and make a bunch of money off of it. Yeah.
I mean, but the consumers enjoy doing it, so, like, I guess it's a win.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone. It's pro-consumer to allow it, I believe, because you got that community, that subset. As long as it, like, if you can somehow separate it from, like, the competitive modes, I don't see a problem.
Oh, look, it's a Microsoft HoloLens. But yeah, Xbox getting platform-wide mods. They have them in certain games, but eventually they're going to have them platform-wide, apparently, is the rumor, right?
Yep, correct.
I want to know when they're going to do a tempered glass case mod for the Xbox, because they do have the window mods for some of the cases I've seen.
But yeah, apparently hackers have hacked this Switch, and now there's piracy, porn, and bans.
Who gives a fuck?
Also,
well, hey, they're trying to make it better for you, Doug.
By the way,
horny teenagers trying to
this Switch piracy tool could brick your system because it contains, wait for it, a piracy countermeasure.
Who gives a fuck?
Why? Let's see how many people commented here. Hold on. It's been shared 2,500 times.
So?
I mean, yes, you didn't buy a Switch, Doug, but lots of people did.
And they're suckers.
Yeah, I think 15 million or something like that people did in like 4 months.
And how many people bought the Wii?
I got one.
100 million. Over
You're a sucker. You're not generally supposed to broadcast getting suckered for money. I bought a Wii.
Oh, Doug.
Right. Oh, hey. By the way, while we're here, PS4 weekly recap. Loads of games coming, but no crossplay in sight.
Yep.
They just need
And
to
they're
allow
fucking
it.
stupid.
They need to allow it. If not,
Yeah.
next generation it could backfire on. They're the only company not doing it.
Sony confident it'll find a Fortnite crossplay solution.
Yeah, I heard they were trying to monetize it. If that's true, that's fucking so anti-consumer.
Yeah. Floyd, can't you play Xbox games on your computer now? Like they had like the whole ecosystem
Yeah, it's all one.
interchangeable now.
Yep, Windows 10 and Xbox that coexist. Because if you think about it, like that's their two platforms, Xbox and Windows 10. So.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, they don't have no exclusives, but what people fail to realize is it's their own platform. What are you talking about? They want to support it, and it don't affect me because I'm probably still gonna play on my console, so I care less.
What I love too is though, like, what was that one article, Frank, that we did where they took a game off of the Apple? You're like, oh, well, I guess they just don't want to have any good video games on there.
You're talking about the Steam Link app?
Yeah.
Because it was competition.
Yeah. It's like, well, we just want to have Apple just not be any video games. You like it, no video games, no fun.
Because at that point, it only hurts the consumers. More options is always better.
Not according to Doug. He likes that wall. He's like Trump. You build that wall. You build a good wall and a good internet.
I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That goes with anything.
That's a gun. Or a parachute.
Or a game.
Or a Jimmy cap, I guess. Science is getting us closer to the end of infertility. And fucking fuck off. Okay.
Not the end of ads.
About 40 years ago, Louise Brown, the first human created using in vitro fertilization, was conceived in a petri dish. Not long after her birth, Leon Cass, a prominent biologist and ethicist at the University of Chicago, wrung his hands about the then revolutionary technology of joining sperm and egg outside the body. The mere existence of the baby girl, he wrote an article, called into question the idea of the humanness of our human life and the meaning of our embodiment, our sexual being, and our relation to ancestors and descendants. Yeah, the funny thing happened. Oh, hold on. I skipped a little bit there.
Basically, you'll be able to make a baby with your skin cells.
Whoa. Well, I heard on the radio that they have already come up with a technique to make to fertilize eggs with 3 different people's DNA. You would have the male giving the sperm, the female giving up part of her egg, and then the female that wasn't technically barren but was having trouble conceiving, and then a donor would donate her egg, so they would implant the viable part of the mother's egg into the other one.
Convoluted as fuck.
Boy, that Thringer stock just went up, didn't it?
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Your scientists were so... Never mind. I was going to try and mix it up and make it funnier, but never mind.
There's
Condor.
really not any good quotes from Jurassic Park, is there?
Oh, there are, but mostly. And then dude gets ate on the shitter.
Yeah.
Careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse your park. Me either.
That's like the worst way to go, man. You're just taking a shit and you get eaten.
Must go faster. Must go faster. Must go faster.
Yeah,
The scientists are so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. That's the quote. But he's got the
apply to any Switch owner.
Oh.
Boom.
So anyway,
Floyd doesn't. He's not on Twitch. He's on Mixer.
No, Switch, not Twitch.
Oh, I thought you said Twitch.
No, dog. He said Switch, which is Nintendo.
He's still on Nintendo hate.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I think we're all in agreement that if two people want a baby, they should be able to make a baby. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. You give a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Oh boy, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I had this. I forgot about this one. Okay. This looks like the old Apple.
I don't give a fuck.
Like the old Apple console that they came out with way back in the day. Report: Google courting developers for coming game streaming service. Project Yeti would also include game-focused hardware component.
I heard about this today.
This looks like an old cable box or some shit, like a damn
Project Force closed.
like the foreskin of a Dreamcast with a fucking old Apple. Was it Pico? Was it Project Pico? Was that what it was? Oh.
No, that reminds me of the first iteration of the PS3 controller, the fucking boomerang. Remember that?
Yeah, but it looked like a Pippin from the Apple old device.
Yeah, that's a Pippin. That was the word I was looking for.
Pip-Boy, what?
No, Pippin.
I'm just messing around.
Oh, okay. You're like, dude, I know.
Oh, that is a Pippin. Scotty Pippin. Yeah, Apple Bandai Pippin.
Oh, okay. See, this new
Frank, I wonder what kind of microphone you would use with this Yeti project.
The Force closed.
I'm not even gonna. Yeah.
Really
Google could be the next major company to announce efforts to stream high-end games from remote servers.
And then fail.
I'm sorry. What Floyd was trying to talk, Frank?
Oh.
Would you really want to play Candy Crush in 4K? I don't know if I would. Because a streaming device is Apple or it's Google Play. Like, I can see a whole bunch of phone games on there.
Well, it's like we had was last week or week before. Ubisoft's guy was saying, "Oh yeah, everything's going to be streaming. Nothing's going to be local."
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Hey, Doug, you can laugh, but wasn't all the content local at one time? And now Netflix is fucking the shit out of Blockbuster and everybody that ever had physical media.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, go to Media Play. Go to Sam Goody. Go ahead.
I'm all digital in my games. I don't I have physical from the beginning of the gen, but I'm all physical.
Oh yeah, Doug's all about the CDs and stuff.
Physical.
No, see, my issue with this
about the media
is that Google can't fucking program a cell phone to do 25% of what Apple fucking machines can do with hardware that they intentionally throttle. And you're trying to tell me that they can somehow figure out a way to make a game console. These motherfuckers are probably still playing with the fucking Dreamcast with the internet turned off.
Yeah, they're going to do something crazy, like, good to get people, because the current big three now, like, I don't see how they're going to squeeze any market share with a streaming box.
Hey, Doug, how did that Apple console go?
The Apple console was years ago, and when Steve Jobs got back into the company, he promptly lopped the head off that bitch because he knew that fucking around in the console world, especially with now 3 major companies and everybody else trying to piggyback off, that was a stupid fucking idea.
Correct.
Well, you guys got to remember though, if you saw B3, the new was that Elder Scrolls that can play on your phone, and then you can play on a computer in VR, and it'll have the same kind of graphics. Yeah, what do you think about that, guy?
It's a basic game, though. Like,
VR is fucking garbage. VR is fucking dead. VR was dead before it was introduced 3 years ago, and it's still fucking dead because no one sell no fucking units. Yeah, there's a reason why you're not getting as much shit as you thought you were going to get, because VR is limited by technology, limited by stupid people trying to program the shit, and limited by the simple fact that nobody wants to fucking run their face into their television while they're chasing a fucking dragon on Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like VR is just experience. The games are experiences. Like, it's not like a game. You just experience, like,
They always just seem like some kind of tech demo or something, you know?
Right? Yeah, that's
They're
why they call
all
it
tech demos.
But with VR, there's porn, dude.
That's the best thing.
That's the reason VHS beat out Beta, by the way, because there was porn, and that's the reason that
Microsoft thing called, Floyd.
Oh, what is it? I didn't hear. The
Microsoft thing that they're doing for Xbox.
Oh, Xbox Scarlet is a family of consoles.
No, you were saying there was something else that you were saying when I was asking you about VR before.
Oh, mixed reality. Now I see that being because AR, you could see like your surroundings. It just augments it a little bit with.
Hey, Floyd, Xbox.
What? What about Xbox?
Well, keys. No.
They're building what I think Microsoft is working on HoloLens too, but I think for the business sector and healthcare sector, like I can see AR actually, taking off for that stuff definitely. But Microsoft announced they're not going to be putting any VR or AR on the Xboxes, especially right now, because they don't. It's not where they want it to be.
I'll tell you, I wish they didn't give up on that Kinect technology, man, because you could use that for like 3D scanning and stuff if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can. Yep, businesses were doing that.
Well, it's better suited for PCs.
Yeah.
It's already been shown that the Kinect works as a better unit if you hook it up to a computer and use it for things like 3D scanning.
Right.
Yeah, but in order just to be able to get it now, you have to find some kind of garage sale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Go to Goodwill, you can get one for $5.
They discontinued. They stopped making them. But what's funny is the 2013 review of Microsoft is what damned them basically. But people were complaining about DRM and all that. Where are we at right now? Everything is DRM and always online. Like, it's funny how like they were always like ahead of their time, and they got shit for it, and people couldn't realize like vision, like how it's supposed to be, or like how it was going to be, and now, like to this day, like it's DRM. Like, try to play a game where you're not connected to the internet. I guarantee it won't work.
And that the Nuvo got cracked pretty quick.
Yeah, sorry. Most of the games I have are offline. I don't have a problem.
Oh yeah, I forget. They only have single player. My bad. Yeah, but no, I'm just messing with you. I'm more of an online like guy anyway.
So what would the next Xbox be called?
I don't know. The codename's Scarlet. So, but
will there be more than one console? That does appear to be the case.
No, there's multiple.
Will there be more than one console? That does appear to be the case. DOES does yes.
Yeah. But what? Yeah.
Well, I could tell you it's probably not going to be on the same naming scheme because everybody thought that it was going to be the Xbox 720, and I don't think they're going to call it the Xbox 2. You know.
Well, they didn't. They were going to call it the 720, but then they realized that the fucker couldn't play games at 720, so they said, "Well, let's call it the 360 instead."
Yeah.
Sure.
Will it stream games? It sounds like it.
Well, think of it like this, Frank. The Xbox did do a 360.
Oh.
Now, would you like to know why?
Go ahead.
Well, see, you got your Xbox from GameStop. You took it home. You played some games, and all of a sudden, your console's like, well, fuck. Red Ring of Death 360. Take it right back to GameStop and get yourself a PS3 like a real fucking gamer.
Additionally, Microsoft seems to be open to keeping crossplay open, which its chief rival Sony has not.
Boy, yeah, that's Sony. They're pretty close at everything.
He's a My Little Sony pony.
Yeah.
Well, when you have one of the best-selling consoles of all time that hasn't turned out to be a total shitbag like another company's unit.
Shitbag.
I enjoy my Xbox. I don't have a problem with it. But I do.
Yeah, I missed the Dreamcast days.
That was a Nintendo dig, not a Microsoft dig there.
No, I own. I don't own the Switch, but I do own the Pro and Xbox One X. But
see, but the thing is, at least I can respect Microsoft for making a gaming console and actually working towards making a good gaming console instead of staying stuck 6 years in the past.
Yeah,
You know,
like Nintendo, they should have upped the power. Like, I don't know. That was
Now
my
you're
thought.
playing with power.
Well, it's like I was telling them, like in their own naming convention for the controller, like they have the like the pro controller for the Switch, and that they call it the professional, like the pro controller. Like that's the controller that should have came with the console,
Right. They're always ass backwards usually.
it's like we were talking about the emulator systems that Nintendo's doing with the the NES Classic and the SNES. I'm like, well, Nintendo's also fucking backwards with that too, because you got shit like the Retron 5 coming out that works on emulation that comes straight from the cartridge. They're losing it to fucking the Raspberry Pi audience because it's not hard to make essentially your own Nintendo or SNES, and your home joystickers who will basically just grab their old Windows XP machine, run their shit, run their emulation, and have their own little cab in their home. So my idea was like, you know what? Just make the Nintendo Ultimate. Actually, combine your virtual console, put in a terabyte hard drive, and get Bluetooth controllers. That way, you could play NES, SNES, the Famicom line, 64, Game Boy Advance, all that shit in one. Actually, have a virtual console worth talking about, which is another thing that Sony and Microsoft do so much better than Nintendo, is that you can actually play almost the entire library. And Nintendo's like, okay, well, this is the console for the Wii. This is a virtual console for the Wii U. It stops and it starts, and nothing's interchangeable.
See, I think Xbox did that backwards compatibility thing pretty good too, because you could play all the Xbox One, 360, and the Xbox One on one console. Which
I was going to ask about that. You can do that now. You can play pretty much all the 360 games, because I know people are in uproar about that at the beginning.
Yeah, and they're adding them like monthly as well. So like that's great, because 360, everyone that had a 360. All there was mostly was physical discs. So most of the people like that didn't trade them in for the Xbox One, they still had those discs, and I think it's a good thing, because some people like nostalgia and they like to play the old game.
Well, the thing I wish they would let you do is be able to convert your physical disc into a game on your library, so like you could re-download it if something happens to it, I mean, you own it.
Well, when you do the backwards compatibility and you put that disc in, you download it it shows up on your games. You
on the 360 you could install it on there, and it just takes up hard drive space, but you still have to have the disc in there,
Yeah, it's just like an authenticator, like the disc is, because even if you own your disc, what I found out recently, even if you buy a physical disc and you put it in, it still downloads the digital version of the game. Just a FYI. But you'll still need your disc. It's just an authenticator for that digital game. Yeah, I just found that out. That's pretty wild. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I just wish they could make it so you could just have. I just would like to have my whole collection all digital,
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
I have to rebuy it over again.
Right.
Fuck that.
I love digital.
Doug's all about the discs.
Man, I can't do that.
Hey, why do you think I just got a record player?
For the sound. Nah. The final sound's pretty good. Like, I don't know, it has a nostalgia sound to it, I guess.
Anyways, that was my last article, Frank.
Right. So
it's your turn. What kind of articles did you have? Did you have any of those, Frank?
I had a few things that tied in. That's why I was throwing them in there.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm typing it up right now. Almost there. Got to do it. Enter and almost.
Change the ribbon.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, had a jam. Sorry. So with Fallout 76 coming around the corner, people are getting antsy and they're playing, Fallout 4 again, just like me. And there's a mod for Fallout 4 now that adds griefing random nukes to mimic what life may be like in Fallout 76. So
that's another thing I respect. I think is cool though about the PlayStation is don't they have like a couple games you could put mods on the console for?
I don't know.
Fallout 4 you could, but you were limited with your assets. You couldn't add assets. You were limited to the game's assets.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Xbox has better mods on like Fallout 4 versus PlayStation because I think it comes to RAM issues.
Yeah. Well, I thought you could. They had like for Unreal Tournament. I remember on the PlayStation 3, you could add custom mods in there.
Yeah,
Right.
about that.
But yeah, so this was more of a tongue-in-cheek thing done just to poke fun at it, and I thought it was kind of funny. It was like a little video if you watch it. One Fallout 4 modder, particularly grim view
in the beta.
Do what now?
How many days ahead is Floyd going to be? That he's going to have get to play the game before you.
We just know that he gets it first. That's all we know.
Yeah, I don't know the dates yet.
We don't even know when it comes out. People are sitting there with their fingers on the trigger. All their forum posts are like, just fucking announce it so I know what days to call off work.
I told Franklin I was going to let him know when I'm playing.
Oh, it's okay. I'll watch you on Mixer. I don't even give a shit about Mixer, but I'll hop on it just to watch you die.
Oh, you're not gonna go over? You're not gonna ask permission to go over to his house and play it?
Hey, Mrs. Floyd, can he play? That's all that fucker ever does is play.
Yes, sir.
That's just Bethesda.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Bethesda,
what's his name? Todd Howard?
Yeah.
He never ages.
Yeah, we were watching like interviews, and they were going back and playing old interviews, and he looks the fucking exact same from like, what, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
He says he's been going to E3, what, 20 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks the exact same. Massive Bethesda sale on Steam right now. With Steam Summer Sale, you can get a bunch of shit from Bethesda. You can get Fallout 1, 2 Tactics for $250. You can get Fallout 3 and New Vegas for $329, or you get Fallout 4 for $15. All the Game of the Year editions and individual expansions are also on sale. You can get Doom for $15, and you play the demo for free, which is what I did. I did the demo, and I said, "Well, fuck it, I'm buying this thing." Or you could buy Doom VR for $21. I know Doug wants that.
No, nobody intelligent gives a fuck about VR.
Oh. Ooh, you get Game of the Year Morrowind for $7.49. Oblivion. Okay.
But by the way, speaking of looking the same, did you see the total opposite with Jet Li?
Who?
Here's a picture. Here's a picture of Jet Li here now. This is him now. This was just him in the mid 2000s.
Wow. Well, you know.
Did any of you guys like those Jet Li movies?
I couldn't name a single one.
Romeo Must Die with Aaliyah.
What about you, Floyd?
Which one? What movies? I can't think of any.
You know, like like Romeo Must Die. There was Unleashed.
Yeah, I remember that. Romeo Must Die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. I guess it's been a while since I've seen it.
Jackie Chan still looks the same.
Yeah.
Let's see. Expendables 3.
Yeah, he looked fine in that movie too, and that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Bunch of shit I've never heard of.
Yeah, He was a good actor though. What kind of movies are you into, Floyd?
Porn.
Yeah, a lot of porn. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he didn't say what movies are you physically in.
No, funny.
Well,
no,
who watches porn movies anymore? Like an actual full-length movie,
plot and shit.
Does. But I don't know, a lot of action movies. Like I would say that's my favorite, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I like action.
Here's a point of fact for you. There was a porn movie called Pirates not too long ago that was so popular and people enjoyed it so much without the porn that they released a direct-to-Walmart version with no sex.
Yeah. Dang.
That popular.
What?
Yeah.
And it was called Butt Pirates?
It was just called Pirates.
He said Butt Pirates.
I can't believe Rage is $249.
I can't believe anybody cares.
Rage 2 looks good though.
Yeah, they got a new one coming out.
That looks actually pretty good. I was surprised.
And also,
I'm gonna go see that Rampage movie with Dwayne.
No.
Fucking trash.
They said it was alright. I don't know. I never seen it. I'll probably rent it or something.
Valve is developing tools designed to be more accurate and more useful than Steam Spy. If anyone remembers, Steam Spy basically went tits up when Valve decided to make everyone's profile and their info private. I'm assuming this was to comply with the whole European Union's thing on privacy. They probably locked it down knowing that was coming. But basically, Steam Spy would let you know what was trending with games and everything, with people buying and all that stuff. And with everyone's libraries becoming private, Steam Spy just was worthless, basically. Well,
yeah.
Now Valve's working on their own thing, and devs loved it because it let them know how many people were actually buying their game and playing it. And because Steam logs your hours and your purchases and all that shit. And yeah, I mean, excuse me, I had a little story last week about how if you went into a Steam page, you could see how much money you've spent on games, and I was actually a little embarrassed. I don't know, it must have been pre-sale prices on mine because I don't remember spending that much money. But I thought this was interesting that this is all just like talk and stuff. We'll see when it actually comes out, but I think that's kind of cool. And developers will probably dig it because I remember everyone was all like butthurt when Steam Spy went down.
Steam Spy kids.
Yeah, there was a whole outrage about it, and I'm like, no one I knew really cared, but I saw plenty of stories about it.
Doug sure as hell didn't care, did you, Doug? He hates Steam. It's another thing.
He's steaming.
Full of filth, garbage, and shit.
Right.
Proof is in the pudding.
You said pudding.
Floyd, Doug, if you get to know Doug, you'll know that he's never lukewarm on anything.
Check it out. Valve and Steam opportunities. We're not the taste police. We don't sell ad space or pick winners.
Yeah, about that. They just make it so that people who are fucking slime dirtbags can make easy money on Steam while people who actually do good work get shifted to the side.
Yeah, they do have some shit.
I want to know what y'all niggas doing with my fucking money. What is y'all niggas doing with my fucking money? Uncle Sam, I want to know what the fuck you doing with my motherfucking money.
Speaking of the business conference for games industry event in Russia this week, Valve's Jan-Peter Ewert said the company is not the taste police with regards to opportunities on Steam. Ewert's slideshow presentation, relayed by HeroCraft's Michael Kuzmin, I don't know, was delivered to a room of indie developers and discussed the perceived benefits of signing up to Steam. One slide headed "The Elephant in the Room" explored Steam's game releases per week. As shown below, Ewert said Steam launched 5 games per week pre-Steam Greenlight, 70 games per week during the Greenlight program, which closed last year, and 180 games per week via Steam Direct thereafter.
So it went from bad to worse to complete fucking garbage.
A later slide titled Steam is a Big Opportunity acknowledged the platform's increased output, but also considered rising player stats, with Steam having had 13.5 million new first-time purchasers between January and May this year. We don't sell ad space or pick winners and losers, read the slide, followed by, we are not the taste police.
Yeah,
like,
that's why they
turn
put out
what Doug just said into a drop. That's like totally Doug right there.
I wouldn't listen to him.
Garbage ass fucking games, fucking shitbag fucking uber violent games that essentially make you or allow you to do things that are fucking reprehensible, even to the most hardcore of GTA 5 player, and fucking games because they know the reason why they put out "We're Not the Taste Police" is because they've been under fire for fucking I believe it was a rape simulator not too long ago. So yeah,
you wouldn't get into that school shooter simulator.
Fucking garbage ass shit.
What did you think about that, Floyd? I'm sure you've heard about that.
Yeah, the school shooter simulator. Yeah, it's kind of shitty. It tasteless.
It was just a grab to get attention, is all it was.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like whoever did that don't have integrity. Like I'm not being like sensitive because I mean it's just like there's a lot of those nowadays and like kids are dying and shit. It's kind of tasteless.
Yeah.
Like if it was just.
But they're not the taste police, Floyd.
Right.
But they're not.
But they should like you have kind of like an integrity. Like all right, this is kind of like you're supposed to at least as a company.
You just talked about Steam and integrity in one sentence.
No, I know that it's crazy, but you figure you would being a big company that you should kind of like all right, we're not gonna allow this game. It's kind of over the top, but like you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
That's just it. Steam used to be that way. Steam used to have at least some semblance of intelligence when they were allowing games to be on the platform. Now, if you just pay the money to go through Steam Direct, you get to bypass all that actual intelligence and quality control shit.
Right, and if they're not careful, that can be a downfall. Like they can, if they start allowing bloatware, if you will, because like
shower with your dad simulator.
Yeah, like bloatware, as I call it, because it's like.
Yeah, I have that game. It's fun.
It's just a whole bunch of pointless games like that are shit.
No, it's fun.
To a shitty store because that's all you see.
No.
Speaking
what
of
was that other simulator game that you did an article on, Frank?
Anyway, check this out. This article I thought was just a nice little talking point. Google's endless app overlap. What's going on?
I can already tell you what's going on.
What's going on?
What's going on is the fact that your upgrade fucking stats as far as your old devices to your new devices is so fucking low, and the actual amount of quality I/O control from the factory to the customer is so fucking low that you have people who literally are still buying cell phones that run on gingerbread.
This article started as a short piece titled Google's Task app is pointless. As I wrote, it turned out I had much more to say, and it's becoming a growing issue with Google's approach to product development. So, yeah, basically, redundancy, but with what goal? Messaging apps.
Exactly.
You got Google Duo or Google Allo. I mean, you rarely know what the hell to get in touch with your buddies. Because there's Hangouts, there's Google Plus, which is that was that even a thing? Like, seriously?
Doug's like, it was Google minus X.
Yeah, I don't know much about
Google. No. That's part of the problem is that all these fucking apps that Google's trying to dump on their phones, and a lot of these phones cannot fucking handle it. There's not enough RAM. The processors are not built to run such fucking amount of glut and just bloat. It's just not. It's not meant to be ran on old ass hardware.
Well, I mean, I've got the first gen Pixel, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Does
Because
Google,
most of the Pixels were marketed straight to you from Google themselves.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the overarching amount, and I mean glut of amount of devices that are sold every single day and given free to people every single day, mind you, from companies that will just pump and pump and pump and pump old devices out.
Well, how was that Google's fault?
does Google own Android?
Yes, but they will license it out for free.
See, because I've heard about people buying a brand new phone and having bloatware on it, like just random ads and shit. Like, what the hell?
Random ads and shit. What the hell?
That's kind of shitty, there. If I buy, that's why I like Apple, because it don't come like that.
Oh, so here's the thing, Frank, and this is a straight up truth because I know a lot about how they do this shit. The thing about it is that Google does not charge for any version of Android, and they will say you are Kyocera, for argument's sake. You want 300,000 unique versions of Gingerbread. Okay, Google gives it to you. You make a $10 smartphone, which they do exist. They pump it out to somebody who cannot afford a large-scale phone like a Google Pixel, and now you just largen the amount of people running legacy hardware with not enough legacy support, not to mention the fact that you don't get good enough push updates as far as straight updates from Android themselves to your devices. The amount of people who get that on a regular basis is so small. And that's part of the reason why I'm not a big Android fan. That's why when I was telling people to buy Android because they needed something cheap, to buy Samsung, because at least Samsung gave you those updates in somewhat of a timely manner.
I thought Samsung was always one of the last to get an update.
But their systems always ran so well. That's one thing I will never hate on Samsung for, is that their phones always seem to be the best quality out there.
Until they caught fire.
Had to wait on them. They were ready to go. When they're ready to go, you got the update, and it worked.
Yeah, anyway, by the way, Ian, remember, AMD officially opens Threadripper 1950X exchange program for winners of Intel's Core i7 at 8086K.
What's the spot?
You remember
read the title, but it's what's?
No, they just remember they teased. They told people that won the Core 8086K from Intel that, hey, give that to us and we'll give you a Threadripper 1950X. Because it was the 20th anniversary or whatever of the 8086 or whatever. I don't fucking remember. But yeah, they said they were going to do it. Well, that was the thing. That was Intel's reply. They tweeted, "Oh, if you wanted a 8086, you could have just asked us for one." I'm like, yeah, they don't give a flying fuck. I'd rather have the 1950X because.
Well, you're an AMD fanboy, so yeah. Obviously.
Well, yeah, but also looking forward.
You're about to be an AMD fanboy too in the next generation.
Yeah, I know.
Ryzen Threadripper 2 32 core 64 thread behemoth.
That got shitbagged by Linus because it's not as powerful as Intel. Oh,
fucking sucks. Next,
powerful as Intel. You talking about that overclocked 5 gigahertz thing that had an air conditioning unit?
Yeah, that's what they got called because it was overclocked.
Yeah, highly overclocked to where no one actually would be able to do that practically.
Yeah, you really couldn't do anything. It was totally not efficient, or whatever you call it.
Like anybody's particularly fucking worried about running a processor that can do that much fucking legwork.
Anybody worried? Let's see. Should anybody worry? Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, Low cost will worry Intel.
Yeah, sure it will.
Intel's i9 currently costs 2,000 euro and 2,100 in the US. So that's a huge deal processor. AMD is looking to offset 32 cores for $400 less for Intel's 18-core flagship.
With not as much support and still doesn't 100% outrun Intel's product.
What are you talking about? Look at this. Here's the Cinebench scores right here.
Yeah, but did AMD do that Cinebench?
No, actually, this is a leaked. Actually, this is a leaked.
Because I thought they pad those like when they do the.
Oh, it's leaked information. Yeah, let's trust that.
That's right.
Who's the source?
Fake news.
Yeah, that's right. It's got fucking 32 cores. Who fucking cares, right? It's only a behemoth for half the cost, but it's all right.
With not as much support because
says you. How? What? Where is your proof? Where?
Hey, you know what Doug's lips would be on if Apple started doing Ryzen's, like Xbox.
Actually, when we're talking, if we want to talk about what Ryzen's going to be doing, Ryzen's going to be in the next PlayStation. Thank you very much.
It's going to be all of them. Because they have the Jaguar cores now, both of them, PlayStation and Xbox. Which, those are shit.
Yeah, but it's not as much support.
Cell technology.
Not as much support. It's just in everything you run. It's in your toaster, but there's no support for it.
They're both going to switch to Ryzen CPUs next gen.
Yeah, there's not as much support.
Hey man, let's go ahead and just post up these rumors that have
AMD will be down his throat then.
Yeah.
Giant AMD.
AMD's in PlayStation.
Hey, this just in from the rumor mill. Shigeru Miyamoto has been outed as a furry. News at 11.
Speaking of leaks and prototypes, NVIDIA's next prototype board leaked out. I don't know about that one. Kind of looks a little, ooh.
Whose board is that, did you say?
NVIDIA GeForce Next Gen PCB prototype. Features 12 gig 384-bit GDDR6 memory.
Yeah, Floyd, were you disappointed NVIDIA didn't announce anything? Because everybody was waiting for them too.
No, they'll do it eventually.
They're rumored there's another event coming up that they're going to be doing because they invited the press.
Yeah, I think it might be it's going to be this year sometime.
Were you pissed at them with that whole GPP thing?
What's that?
Did you hear about that?
The partnership program that they did that made Asus, they had the Aries cards, and then they're like, just kidding.
I don't know. NVIDIA they do some shitty stuff sometimes with their GPUs. Like how the Titan Pascal and then the old Titan and the newer Titan or whatever. Like, I don't know. They're questionable. Sometimes they're questionable what they do just to make money.
When you try to swing your D around, you kind of do whatever you want,
But they keep messing around like that. If AMD really can, if they come out with some stuff to compete with, because they're getting closer and closer every year, AMD is. If they could just get, if they slip up, they can overtake a lot of that market share from them.
Yeah, well, they did clarify, that AMD they don't take market share away from Intel, but they regain what they lost, I guess, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the market, by the way. Speaking of that, NVIDIA just lost $13 billion in market value for no good reason.
There has to be a reason.
Yeah, there has to be a reason then, I guess.
NVIDIA has lost $13 billion in market cap over the past 5 days for no good reason. The company's fundamental outlook remains very bright.
Yeah, we just lost $13 billion and oh my god.
But everything's gotta be all right, right?
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Well, the way that Jay was explaining it a while ago, he was saying they're just catching up. You know, that was the main thing. They're not like putting NVIDIA out of business, but they're just trying to catch up.
Right, and they caught up, but they actually closed that gap pretty good. Like, it's getting closer and closer. And I'm
by the way,
AMD fanboy. I'm not. I like NVIDIA and Intel way better, but I gotta give credit to them. They way better than that Ryzen and that Threadripper and all that is way better than the FX series CPUs.
Oh.
By the way, in what the fuck news? Pornhub adds closed caption for viewers with hearing loss.
Oh shit!
Baby. Oh baby.
This is all like music playing. More than 1,000 viewers across all genres now come with subtitles.
Oh man!
Screaming.
Take that, big.
She's shouting.
Pornhub is actually kind of edgy because remember when they did that ban on YouTube for like gun videos, and they said you could post gun videos on our channel because they have a safe for work section on their website. They were the first.
Yeah, take that dick, bitch.
Yeah. Dude, that's great.
He's reading what his tab on his other screen says.
Oh man.
But yeah, and like they have a community going, and it's interesting to see. I mean, they were I guess the first ones to have that 3-second preview when you like hover over the video. So.
Well,
those are nice.
So what I want to know is, are they still going to have like regular shit on there? Because that was like the whole thing. We're getting so big now, we're just going to do anything.
Well, my thing is, who the fuck needs the damn subtitles? Because like,
the herring appeared or whatever.
Who's actually listening to it? Like, I mean, I'm so used to having it on mute that like now it's weird.
Jeremy say like smart remarks. Like, isn't that his thing?
He stays in character. That's the thing he does.
We are missing one very important, integral cog to this machine.
Let's hear some Doug wisdom.
Yes?
Who is the guy who is actually doing the closed captioning for these videos, and how much did that motherfucker get paid?
In addition, non-dialogue sounds...
The girl gets paid.
Oh, listen to this. In addition, non-dialogue sounds that are relevant to the storyline or scene will be highlighted.
Oh, man.
And while we all joke that it's possible to imagine your own, yeah, baby, harder, etc., the truth is that close to 40 million Americans have some form of hearing loss. Man, don't you feel bad now, Ian? These are your brethren, Mr. Legally Blind, the people with hearing problems. Now they can watch porn just like the rest of us.
Well, I do have a little hearing loss, so I guess I'll be using that here soon.
Yeah, that's your excuse, baby. I'm reading it for the subtitles.
Yeah.
You crank that music up too hard, man.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. By the way, MST3K is going back on tour and bringing Joel Hosson along for the fun.
Old news.
I don't know what this is. So.
What? Did he just say he doesn't know who these people are?
He's a youngin'.
Yeah.
But no, this story is from the 26th. He's 27.
No, I'm 28.
Dude,
he's...
I'm
what
still
the fuck?
I'm a millennial.
He's older now.
He's still on the breast.
Hey, we're technically still millennials because millennials started in '81.
See, it's different every.
No,
I look at it. I was born in '89, so I'm definitely a millennial.
I was born in '82, and we are not millennials. We are D Generation X.
Yeah, because last time I checked, it was like 85 or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, this was a show.
You fuckers.
This was a puppet show that ran for a while on Comedy Central. Well, first it was on a TV.
Cable access. Cable access.
Do you remember the name of the station?
WDEZ Nuts.
Anyway,
hey Floyd, do you know what Janko jeans were?
Yeah, I actually just explained that to him recently.
Okay, so we're not that much older than you then.
No, you're not that much older.
But anyway, this was a show that ran in the late up to the late 90s, and then they brought it back recently with crowdfunding, it was the highest grossing campaign on Indiegogo, I believe. Indiegogo. It raised several $1 million to where they could just
million.
Yes, they made several they made seasons of the show, or they made an entire season of the show before they even shopped it around to networks, because they said we'll take it wherever we want. We have the whole show in the can, and then they put it on Netflix, and they're going out on tour live, and my head explode. So
now, one thing I think would be cool, which I haven't seen any reports of, and I follow him on Twitter and I haven't seen anything about it. If only Harmar Superstar would be there to sing the theme song.
What was
holy shit? Harmar Superstar is the man.
By the way, Doug, did you check out that second season of Luke Cage yet?
Not yet. However, my friends are all like, it's trash. And I'm like, oh, please let it be wrong.
Yeah, I cried during that.
So,
right
yeah,
now, I'm just kidding.
114% funded. So they made more money than they thought. They were only going to make 12 episodes, and they made enough for like 13 episodes. They made, they pledged 5,700. Wow. Was it about 6 million? Or, yeah, 6 million basically. Yeah, 6 million raised. So we watched this live on the show because it was the end of the thing where they counted down how much money they were actually going to make at the end of the campaign. And yeah.
Oh, yeah, on the can over there.
I know.
Okay.
No beating off, dude.
Walking off in your trailer.
What? How am I going to do the show?
Prop.
So there's that, and then I guess I could show this story here. That's a review of Wolfenstein 2 on the Switch.
Garbage, fucking trash, trash ass garbage, dumpster fire, swill piece of shit. How about that?
Okay, so Doug hates killing Nazis.
Yeah, that's what it
the
is.
Switch. I hate that shitbag piece of shit, motherfucking.
Like shitbag.
Like I'm talking lower on the evolutionary scale than motherfucking Papa John's pizza. Okay, I'm talking below that. This is below the grits that comes off of Papa John's pizza.
Fuck you, shitbag. It's me, Mario.
My whole thing, though, is like Frank will start playing Wolfenstein 2. He didn't even really play the first game.
It's not what your mom said.
You know what, Frank? Hey, do you have that soundbite pulled up yet, Ian, or are you still getting it cut?
What soundbite?
Ari from Entourage. In case your ears are fucked,
get
the fuck out.
Yeah, I still need to get that. I've been busy all this week redoing my setup. I was talking about that earlier.
Just checking it.
Want to see my setup, Doug?
Setup these nuts?
Not care.
Mostly not care.
It looks like you got it moved around a little bit.
There you go.
Okay, that's number 3.
Oh, damn.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was just showing him like the progress and stuff. You don't like those racing chairs, man?
I'm gonna have to dock you for a couple different reasons. Number 1, I'm gonna have to dock you for the lava lamp. Number 2, I'm gonna have to dock you for having light on in the background. I'm also gonna have to dock you for having windows actually have the original fucking Windows wallpaper there. That's a major style faux pas.
I had just redid the computer. I really haven't used that computer that much, so didn't really get to customize it too much.
It's Windows 10. It's basically useless.
Right. What OS are you on, Doug?
Me, I actually haven't updated my Mac yet. I'm going to though.
That's Doug say he should have gotten a Mac.
Man,
that's always the case. You should have got a Mac.
No, say that. Should have gotten a Mac.
Should have got a Mac.
Yeah, that would be like a soundbite.
Should have got a Mac.
Yeah, it's a great story.
Should have gotten a Big Mac.
Should have got a Mac.
Well, I think that's about it for this week. It's 2 in the morning.
It's
2 in the morning and Frank still hasn't made his bed.
The day is now. By the way, yeah, you guys have to wish me happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Because I won't be on till maybe next week, and my birthday is on the 4th, so you're going to be celebrating my birthday whether you fucking like it or not.
You be 36?
Yep.
37?
In a row.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. It's been fun.
Frank wants to go to his home. He'll see his family.
My ass hurts, guys. Come on.
That's what she said.
Should have gotten a better chair.
Mm.
Should have gotten a Mac chair. If they actually made chairs.
Right.
No, they do not, unfortunately.
What's
I'm pretty sure
anything?
I'm pretty sure
go ahead, Floyd.
Take out anything useful.
Anybody? You got anything to plug, Floyd?
No.
Nothing to butt plug.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
What's your Mixer username that you're streaming on?
There's just my gamer tag, Crap Attack 614.
Oh, okay.
Crap Attack.
Yeah.
Check them out on. It's called Mixer, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Singles in his area.
No. Try to get me in trouble.
Doug, do you what about you? Anything new going on? Like, what's your going on with your books or anything? I know you're doing like a stream all the time, you know, on your channel.
Well, I'm doing, of course, my cardio confessions videos on the YouTube channel. Just look up Aphrodite's Crush, everybody. I do a lot of Instagram posts anymore. That's kind of my main thing. I do a little stuff on there. I'm also going to be, at some point within the next month or so, embarking on another photography binge. That's kind of bit me again. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of that. Still going to be working more on the books. My brain's actually back kind of full-time on the book now. So I'm thinking about putting up another short story within the next month or so. I have a couple things rolling around for it. I just got to flesh it out a little bit. Just keeping the game rolling, and we'll also be at least, I'm hoping, once a week doing some sort of a stream on YouNow. So,
Doug, did your shoes blow up? Because I heard about this article about this guy that was trying to look up girls' dresses with camera shoes. They actually blew up. He got his.
Are you just covering up for this being you, Ian?
No, I
wonder
could give you the
can't
article if
see
you
the
want.
fucking shrapnel in your eyes, man.
Frank, say that. Were they Samsung? That's pretty bad though, isn't it, Floyd?
Well, yeah, with the cameras.
Two cameras.
Yeah, that's a little blatant, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I bet. Well, if he got caught, it had to been noticeable. Like, why would you even do it? Like,
well, he got caught because they blew up probably in public.
Oh man.
Started smoking.
Oh, come on. Frank wants to go home. He wants to see his family.
Yeah, it was Samsung.
He's having anal issues at the moment.
I suffer from anal glaucoma. I can't see myself talking to you for much longer.
Oh, damn.
Brown eye glaucoma, huh?
He can't see himself sitting on his ass much longer.
Well, I can, just not doing this.
I was gonna say Frank always does that.
Shit.
Anyways, thanks for coming on, everyone, including you, Floyd.
Hey,
It was
thanks
nice.
for having me, buddy.
It's like Frank said, you popped your cherry now.
Yeah. Not as
You need a
bad as
cigarette or
that.
something.
It was
Now,
a tight
just-
end. Now he's a wide receiver.
Don't let just do yourself one favor, Floyd.
Yeah.
Do not engage Franklin in any pinstriping talk.
Oh, I already did that at work.
Reddit says life is like a box of paints. You'll never know what you're going to pinstripe next.
Frank and his damn pinstriping.
I tell you guys one hobby I got, and all of a sudden,
Do you even do that anymore?
I haven't in a while. Maybe I'll do that this weekend.
No, you're not going to do that shit.
Nah, I'm not gonna do shit.
Frank's like, maybe I'll do a stream. I'll let you know if I do a stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. He's gonna take a stream straight from his seat, feed his dogs, and go back to fucking sleep. That's his stream right there.
Well, he might do a stream in the toilet.
Well, that's already on his head. Look at that.
Oh man.
Frank's jotting down. Reminder to take a piss.
Frank's just thinking about Fallout 4 right now.
Right?
What are you gonna do when you get on there?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
I'm gonna take a big dump.
No, not in the game.
Well,
yeah.
you could still. That could be a new mechanic on it. You never know.
Yeah.
Ark Survival Evolved.
Yeah, you poop in the game.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Why can't it run Ark and Crisis?
Can it run Crisis?
Yeah, I don't think his computer could do that.
No, but
Wow.
Bethesda presents a presentation brought to you by Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, on the Pip-Boy.
Man.
It's a special edition.
Anyways, bye everybody.
See you guys.
For life.
Boobs.